What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? All right, let's get this show on the road, shall we? All right, let me check my other screens, make sure everything's going. It's all going. Music's playing. Audio's looking good on my end. No drop frames. Camera's focusing behind me, but that's okay. We can fix that. Here we go. What's going on, everybody? I saw there were some people in here real early. Let's give some shout outs. Oh, right. As soon as I go live, all the earlier stuff goes away. Well, that's a bummer, but that's okay. I'll just read since then. We got Griff Gear, how you doing? Chad's in here, of course. He's in here early. Jeff, hello, sir. How are you? Wilmar. Some familiar names in here. One Eye Willie, how you doing? Gryfang's hanging out with Chad tonight. We got Jesper in here. Da Vinci. Them mad. Ha! Bill Third, how you doing? He just loves 3D printing. Let me move to the bigger screen now. Hey, Zach's here. What's up? What's up? Respond to the Fetter's bat signal. Nice. You gotta put one up, you know? And then Iceman's right below you, and his icon is Batman. So that's wild. Literally. That's hilarious. Martin, how you doing? If it was any better, it'd be illegal. Nice. Hi, Blind Gray Wolf, how you doing? Burn Carve Print, nice. Okay, all three, huh? Hey, Burn Carve Print, since it's literally a part of your name, I have the Snapmaker 2.0. You have any experience with that machine? You can do all three of these things. I've never managed to put it together. It's still in the box. Maybe I should get to that. Giuseppe, how's it going? Classic Tech nerd. You in the handhelds? Classic Tech? I've been collecting. Thanks to Randy May. Petty Ruxpin. Cool name. Kingroon's here. Hey, Kingroon. We're excited to check out your machine. Just a blank screen for me. Ah, that's right. That's fair. That's fair. It's all right. At least you're listening. Is it the 230 by 230 by 210 model? I believe so. We are going to check. We are definitely going to check on that. I believe so. I think this is the latest model. It's either version 2 or version 3, whichever one is the later one. Jeff Hack, what's going on? Nigel, hello? Tiger Flyer, what's going on? What's going on? Look, man, it's moving. Look, it's moving closer. See it? Right here. Moving closer. We're getting there. It's gonna happen. I want a KLP1. I only use Kingroon filament. I have many KP3S. Nice. This is probably the perfect setup for you. I was also a huge fan of the KP3Ss. I've had several of them. I recently donated one of mine to a friend, and he's still using it. And if I had more space, I'd love it. I'd love to have one just for the sake of what it was at the time. And right now, they're actually really cheap. I think one's like $100. Hey, Mizumi, how you doing? I see some people became sponsors, but I don't see that over here. Let's see, let me refresh my chat. Sometimes the YouTube chat section is wild. If somebody gifted that, which it looks like it because there's 5 people that came in, I can't see who for some reason on my end. If not, welcome everybody. It was interesting we could get 5 people in a row like that. With the fire extinguisher, of course, every time. It says ANET over there. You got if it says ANET, you're putting a fire extinguisher over there. Nice. All right, so we're going to do the same thing that we usually do. We're going to check this thing out. We're going to unbox it. We're going to print with it. Beforehand, we are going to take a look at the marketing, see what they're telling us, and then see what we actually get out of the box, right? That's fair. Hey, Samuel, how you doing? Have I seen the Frozen printer? Of course I have. Yes. Yeah, unfortunately, they've never responded back to me. I haven't contacted them back in a little bit, but I've tried several times, maybe 3 or 4 times to get in contact with them in several different ways, but no luck. It's okay. Frog Licker. Nice. Good name. And icon. Look at that. Thematic. Plane's looking sweet. Yeah, I'm really excited about the plane. It should be pretty much ready. I still have to configure how far the throws are, and I don't know how to do it, so I gotta like watch a tutorial. But the weather's getting better and better, so it's nearly time. Yeah, just every place I would go to fly it is gonna have like after school activities there. So it's gonna be rough to find the space until a little bit later. But yeah, it's definitely getting closer. I'm really excited about it. It's just Stream Elements waking up. Yeah, you know what's funny is I tried many times the knob to remove Stream Elements because I don't actually use it. I remember I tried one time, I didn't like it, and it's been on my account. Like, it's just there. I tried to remove it and I can't. So sometimes it just pops up in these little things, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Did I see the Flying Bear S1? Griff Gear, they actually have two machines. So they have the Infamec TX, which is like a darker color, and then the lighter Flying Bear. And I believe they have a sister company that's going to be taking care of overseas marketing, which is us to them. So that's what's happening, and I have it. That machine should be coming up next, followed by the Bamboozled, followed by the Bamboozles. Handhelds, yes, like maybe the Advance, or maybe the DS. This one's pristine. Or maybe the original DMG. Oh, check this out. I just added LEDs, backlight, the loudest speaker you could possibly imagine. Or how about maybe a macro with a 3D printed shell? Or how about maybe a DSI in a transparent shell? Sorry, I got addicted to them. Anyway, all is fun. Now my desk is littered with handhelds. Flying Bear S1. Yeah, like I said, I think they're the Flying Bear S1 and the Infamec TX are the same machine. Better, what's your all-time favorite game on any handheld? Ooh, probably Pokemon Blue because of nostalgia. That's just like no matter what handheld I ended up with, even emulators like this, I'll always have a copy of Pokemon Blue on there. Just like I said, because of nostalgia. This is actually a recent discovery. I can't believe I've missed this all my life. Obviously Tetris too. Probably Tetris. Like, if I had a few minutes to play, which is what my life is now, I would pop up Tetris. Like, you can't play Pokemon Blue for a few minutes. But golf is another really, really great classic. And I'm baffled that I'm just now discovering it. It's a fantastic game. Hey, Zombie. Yeah, me too. So this one apparently is updated. So that's why. Yeah, I've been talking to Kingroon for a very long time, since the KP3S days, and we've tried to get this on the channel since the first one, and it had issues, so I held off. And then they did an update, I held off, and this should be even further updated. So excited to check it out. I dig that answer. Ah, dig, nice. I see what you did there. Cool. You can't just play Tetris for a few minutes if you're good. That's true. Yeah, you're gonna be taking a little bit longer. Yeah, I mean, what I end up doing is I'll make this stupid challenge for myself where I won't break anything unless it's Tetris. So sometimes it is a short game. Yeah, that's what I hear. That's what I hear. And Kingroon is in the chat. As far as I understand, I saw them earlier. So if you guys have any specific questions for Kingroon, Kingroon, hopefully you're listening, and maybe you can help answer some questions here and there as we get into this. Oh, by the way, I just got that hot announcement. Oh, nice. It's absolutely incredible. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. That was fast. Cool. I'm glad you enjoy it. Yeah, I have a bunch of other designs that I've been working on. I just haven't had time, and they're literally just in my Illustrator littered. I have one where playing off the built not bought car related stuff, but in 3D printer related. So there's a bunch of things like extrusions and Allen keys and things and nuts and bolts, and built not bought makes sense, especially for channels like yours and mine where we build a lot of stuff. Hey, Proletarios. I'm sorry, but I have to try. Hey, Nuno. All right, let's get into this, guys. All right, before we open it, let's get into the marketing. Oh, right, two things. I rushed it again. Two things before I get distracted. Right over here, there's a pinned comment right at the top. If you click that pinned comment, it'll take you to a gleam.io link where you can enter your email and answer a question. And if you're going to stay towards the end of the stream and are going to be in the chat and are in the United States, you can have a chance to win a spool of PLA Plus from 3D Max. Okay, page is gonna look something like this when you get there. The page is gonna look something like, I apparently didn't copy it, so let me grab that. Actually, I think I can just do this. Let's do this. I'll get there how you guys get there. There we go. Yep, so there's 11 people already in there. You can see there's 2 hours left. Simple question, just answer. Make sure you answer it. If you don't answer it, you're not eligible. United States, must be present to claim in the chat, and then you can get yourself a spool of PLA Plus. Also, guys, check out shop at 3dprintsos.com. It's a store I've been putting together, a bunch of cool merch. We got designs that I've been working on with shirts. We got a few hoodies here. More importantly, we have these awesome hot end mats. I use one every day, and then we have these awesome hot end mugs. There's just a bunch of cool stuff. So check that out if you guys want to support. And unlike doing it in a digital way, you guys get like a physical thing in return. And if you look at the prices, especially for the shirts, 16 bucks, I've literally tried to keep it as minimum as the thing will allow me to go. So I'm not here to try to make a bunch of money. I just think it'll be cool to be able to support and in some way to be able to give back, because it's just not the same when it's completely digital. All right, what else we got? The other thing I noticed is we got this. The KLP1 is going to be in Orca at some point, and until it is, they give you an Orca Slicer profile right over here. So you can just download that and import it into Orca. So that's fantastic. I use pretty much Orca for everything, and I'm really hesitant to use other machines that aren't on Orca Slicer. So really good to see here for that. I love the soundtracks for both games too, yes. Another favorite that I really like to play, especially on my macro, I'm not sure why, is Colin McRae Rally 2. I'm a huge car fan guy, whatever you want to call it. I have a racing sim at the office, but for some reason, that ancient classic game that kind of hurts my eyes, I still love playing and love doing some laps on that game. All right, let's take a look at some of the marketing that Kingroon has going on, and then we'll go from there. Let me just make sure that the chat is moving, because I actually don't think it is. Well, my chat's not moving. Your chat is. My chat is not. Having all kinds of wild stuff. Oh, here we go. Now it's loading up for me. Hey, what's good, fam? What's up, Hypermotive Racing? And we're just talking about racing. Look at that. All right, let's take a look at the materials that we got going on here. So first of all, the price, 350 bucks. That's pretty good, especially now that the A1 Mini is now $250, which is just, I mean, they're going to be pushing everybody's prices, right? So 350 is pretty good for an enclosed CoreXY machine, considering that one just can't do that type of thing. So that's fantastic. I don't know much about the hot end, so we'll see about that. Looks like there's a $10 off coupon here, so $340. That's pretty good. And then with the camera, $375, so $365. Okay. If you guys are interested in purchasing this at some point, please consider using the affiliate link down below. It obviously helps the channel tremendously. Other than that, let's get into it. So, what do we have here? 500 millimeters per second. Okay, CoreXY on Clipper should be doing that. Actually, this doesn't have a screen on it. Does it have a screen? Oh yeah, the screens are right here. It's tilted in. It's inside. Oh, it's inside the door? Interesting. All right, we'll find out. Yeah, like I said, you and I are going to be experiencing this together. Active vibration compensation. Okay, so that means in the toolhead there is an accelerometer that can measure that. That's good. X and Y axis linear guide rails. Okay, good. It doesn't say that for the Z, but I can see there's rods there, so that's okay. Also, this does look like it's a cantilever machine. So this is probably the closest to the Flying Bear Go 6 that I've had here before. Probably going to be close to that. So we'll compare it to that in my head at least. All metal hot end. Okay, I was looking for that to see if we can use this enclosure to its max. Let's see what else they got here. We have a 20-minute benchy. Okay, pretty good. Obviously, printers are doing that faster, but that's okay. As long as it's a good, clean benchy, 20 minutes is respectable. I won't be mad at it. Easy access and multi-interface options. I don't know what this is, but I'm guessing it's some kind of clipper app. Yeah, they have it here too. Is this some kind of themed clipper app? This looks like fluid though, so I'm interested in the fluid part. 5:1 gear ratio. Okay, so yeah, let's take a closer look here. All right, so this is using one of these type of designs like Kingroon tends to have, where the whole thing is metal, the whole enclosure is metal. We have a what are these called? Proximity sensor. Okay, some dual gears. Looks like a 30mm fan for the side, and one of those 40mm large opening fans for cooling. Should be okay. 300C all metal hot end. All right, that's pretty good. Looks like Mobile Maker. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I don't use it, so I don't know. But it looked somewhat familiar. Regretting my 5M after having to buy a nozzle there. Uh-oh. Really? That's the first time. I've actually in the past few days have gotten a lot of feedback from people buying the 5M after watching my recommendation, especially at the price that it is now. Ridiculous. So for me, it's my dedicated TPU machine. I just have it back there literally for TPU. So we'll see. What happened, if you don't mind me asking? Huh? Can I get a trade in my original? Gathering dust. Uh-oh. Hey, you know what? They all do that. You gotta love buying a car and then a few months later a new model comes out and it's way better than yours. It's a good printer, but the nozzles are too expensive. Yeah, are they like 30 bucks? Because it's that whole assembly. I got the 5M and I print on it more than the Bamboo. See, I think 3D printing is always like that, at least now. All right, let's keep going in the marketing so we can open this thing up. All right, long lifespan, sure, because they're linear rails. PEI sheet, okay, good. Auto bed leveling, all right. I'm sure not Z offset though. I think this machine was pre-automated Z offset era. Reduce printer, okay. Yep, sure. Fast printing. Outside diameter 400 by 420 millimeters. That's pretty good. Where's my... What I wanted to know is, will it fit in here? So it needs to be around 19 inches. 19 inches in millimeters is 486, and this thing is 420. So it will... Wow, that's really compact. Okay, so that kind of explains this bottom design down here a little bit more. Okay, cool. So it will fit down there, which would be really nice. It'll fit down below a calyx. All right, what else we got? Oh, okay, just another. This one says the print size is 210, 210, 210. So maybe these specs are for the smaller machine. Oh, look, wait, they have a giveaway. Okay. What do you mean? This could mean a lot of things. You have a giveaway somewhere on your site. Are you doing a giveaway in the chat? That could mean a lot of things. But either way, people love giveaways. We all love giveaways. All right, so that's just a photo. Okay, so this one says Berserk Mode. I love the name. Berserk Mode is great. I love that name. So that's just 18 minutes. Earlier it said 20 minutes. Right here, 20 minute. Oh, this is PLA HS 20 minutes, high speed. But this, nope. So we'll see what that is. We'll see. So there's quick mode, and then there's 18. So I think there might be some older information mixed in with newer information. So it's probably worth just unboxing and seeing what's on the card and going from there. All right, yeah, and these two photos are the same. 3 photos are the same. Okay, All right, well, let's see if there's anything else in here that's of importance to know, but I kind of have a pretty good idea as to what's happening and what to expect now. Wi-Fi, yeah, I mean, clipper, 500 millimeters per second, you know, looks like, you know, a decent hot end on there. One thing that I can't tell is, does it have a hardened nozzle? I don't think it does, because I haven't seen anything about that. And if we look here, this looks like an interesting heat break design as well. That looks unique. So that might be interesting to get into as well. Does it come? So here's the thing, like, here's that, like, that disconnect with marketing that we tend to see, where, you know, you're showing one image of one thing, and then we have this. So I can't tell. It's hard to tell what we're actually getting here. I guess that's why it's important to watch videos like this, where we're actually going to do a live unboxing, you know, and critiquing and looking into all of this. And I think it'll help everybody. It helps us. It helps the company, and, you know, it helps the consumers more importantly, which is important. Yeah, I would love a metric tape measure. I got the good old American one. Giveaways on Facebook. If you buy 210 kPl before, oh, we want to change to, okay. Hard to change, but we can give a 20 USD off coupon for the customers. Okay. Okay, so you're saying that if you purchase the 210 millimeter KLP1 and you want to buy the 230 KLP1, you will give a 20% off discount. Okay. Discount to your customers is a very nice gesture, Kingroon. We all like that. I may post multiple 85M printers on Fitter's used printer section. I can't find buyers locally. Yeah, definitely use that section to post printers in the Discord. All right, I say we get into it. I'm gonna lower the table. I might have to lower it more. I have my Voron under there. Will I crush it? Let's see. Plenty of space. I'm gonna go pretty low. Here we go. What are we at? Kneecap height. Let me get my blade. Let's change the view a bit. Let's go to this guy. All right, and I know the view isn't gonna be ideal for everything here. Let me make sure that this thing's zoomed out. Meet 4K, yes. Zoomed out. Yes, we're zoomed out. All right, that's as far as I'm gonna get it back there. Let me move it to the very edge. I'll try to put things out in front and explain what they are as we go. Oh, this cam isn't even following me. Here we go. Come on over here, camera. There we go. I'll put a fresh blade on here, and this thing is so freaking sharp. Gotta be careful with that bad boy. Not used. Most of them are still in packaging. Cool. Yeah, just post some photos and post them in there. It doesn't hurt. The Discord is literally people just like you and me. People are always looking for new machines and deals on machines. All right, so we get a manual, of course. How about I get you guys just a little bit higher? Yeah, we'll keep it there for now, and like I said, I'll move this thing. Is this a quick guide of some sort? Quick disassembly. Interesting. Quick disassembly card. Oh, like how to get it unboxed. Like it's an assembly, but because it comes together, you have to take some things out. Looks like there's some screws and things. Okay. Okay. All right, look at this laser cut foam. Okay, that's I love to see this. This foam is very, very good. I know it's funny to critique a package, but this laser cut foam stuff makes it so much easier to do everything. Hey, Maker Viking, how you doing? All right, check this out. Look at how they package that. There were problems with packaging before, wasn't there, with like glass breaking or something? So it's inside being hugged on both sides by by foam. Whoops, whoops, hitting everything on the table. Hey, Papa's here. What's going on? So let's go ahead and take that out. Yeah, it looks like we have some panels. Surprised that the panels aren't on the machine, to be honest. Oh, we already saw them. Bada bing, bada boom. We like these. All right, we have a tiny little bit of filament. We have a PTFE tube. We have power. Look at this. Look at the stylus we get. And it's the stylus is on a quick little, this is very unique. I'm pretty excited for it. Look at that. On a little cord. Pro. I'll put these back. I'll put that back. I'll put the power back as well for right now. We have a USB-C cable. We have a little package of tools and an extra nozzle. The nozzle in here is a 0.4 millimeter nozzle. And looks like it's a standard nozzle there. So once again, I don't know about the marketing, but we'll find out. Looks like Kingroon even has their own labeled baggies, which is very nice. I've used Kingroon PLA, never had any problems. It looks good if you print with a proper temperature. Yes, I have also used Kingroon PLA. It's been pretty good. I haven't admittedly used them in a while now, but I have before. Okay, we got a little USB stick. I'm keeping that out so that we can use it. You get a little pokey stick if you have some problems. We have a metal spool holder. Very minimal. We have a whole lot of maintenance grease. Nice to see, actually. That's great. Thank you for including this. Some more hardware. I'll keep that out. We have the knob. 2 knobbers. And okay, we have an what are these things called? EMC recovery module, which is nice to have. So there's a chip on there that you can reflash if it gets bricked, and this is a nice little maker base adapter that sometimes you have to buy. Obviously, if it's on there, you should include it, but it's still nice to see that it is in here. All right, let me put some of the stuff back that we won't be using. The rest can stay. The tools can go back in. All that can go back in. Let's go ahead and get that in there. Set aside. We'll put our panels aside as well. These don't feel like glass from here. They feel like acrylic from here. So we will see. I think they are acrylic. I'm not expecting glass, to be fair. Wow. Okay, the packaging is definitely good. I see these corner brackets, corner pieces on everything, on top and bottom and the corners. So no complaints there. Let's see if can I get this thing out of here, or I have to take it out. All right, foam. The foam is out. All right, I'm gonna set this on the floor, and we will get the machine out that way. Kind of heavy, to be honest. Heavier than I expected. Looks like the entire printer is encased, and there's more inside, and the whole thing is lined with these. So, well, Kingroon, I remember there were some problems with packaging on this machine before. That's what people have told me, at least, and I think you've literally tried your best at making sure that doesn't happen. Nice package, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That reflash module is a nice thing to include. I know, exactly, that's what I said. Hey, John, how you doing? The flying bear, I thought that was gone. No, the flying bear is down here. The flying bear is the Infomec TX. Oh, you mean behind here? No, I still have that one. The big one. That's the Reborn 2. I still have it. You mass producing spool holders? Yes. Yes, I was designing a spool holder. Yeah, yes, Daniel. It is really good laser stuff. Down here at the bottom of the package, I do see some interesting feet that almost look like they're from furniture. I definitely never seen feet like this on a 3D printer. But they look adjustable, which is also nice. All right, let's see how this comes off. Do I just lift it up? Indeed. Wow, that's definitely unique. All right, let's see. How can I get this one off? Well, the whole thing is essentially a metal box. So this isn't the type of machine where they encased it in plastic. It is quite literally just a giant metal cube. Very hefty, actually. All right, yeah, that's where the feet go. Here, let me take this out. I mean, this had to have been cut, right? No, it looks like it's glued together, but that's some like origami right there. All right, let's get that in there. You guys already know I have to clean up as I go or I'm gonna lose it. Gotta keep it somewhat clean. I'll put this right over here to booby trap myself in case I have to go somewhere. Let's lift the table back up a little bit. You know what? I'll keep this out. Okay. Looks like things are bound together somewhere. We'll take a look at the instructions. I was just looking at the cables up here. They're not zip tied. They're velcroed with Velcro straps. There's little arrows pointed to places. So I'll get to that in a second. What else is cool? PTFE tube is just hanging out over here. Power is on the back on the side. We got our Wi-Fi, our USB on the side here. What's over here? Power supply. Let's take a look at that real quick. I'm guessing this is using the same exact hardware as the KP3S did, so it's all MKS stuff. Power supply is set to 115, so we're good there. Let me lay this thing down and get the feet under it. Whoa, big old fan. Look at that bad boy. Actually, it looks like I'm gonna have to take these feet off anyway. All right, while we're down here and I have it this way, I'm gonna go ahead and take a look underneath. If you guys ever buy a car, you don't pop the hood? I do. I'm popping the hood. Anything on the side that we need to be aware of? No. Okay, let's move it a little further in and let's take a peek at what's behind door number 1. Regardless, its quality is solid. Oh, let me see if I can catch up. Washing machine feet. Hold on. Jeff is in here gifting out these awesome memberships. Thank you so much, Jeff. I appreciate that. And so do these cool folks here. Thank you very much. That's awesome. The 230 version is an improved main board, printing size, and extruder. Oh, okay, so the extruder is different. All right, now I'm wondering even more about that nozzle. Kingroon, I gotta say, it's very nice to have you here, answer questions and pitching in. I appreciate that. I've done 50 something streams of different machines and projects, and sometimes companies come in here, but it's pretty rare that they stick around and stay. So cheers to you. All right, let's get in here. It looks like there is a million screws to be had. But you know what? For you guys, I will do it. This is why we're here. For those just getting here, there is a pinned comment at the top of the chat where you can win yourself a spool of PLA Plus by 3D Max. So definitely jump into that link. Just make sure that you're in the United States and you are present for that giveaway for you to be eligible for that giveaway. If it's good enough for a washer and dryer, it's more than good enough for a printer. That's true. Was going through a closet earlier, found a G-Tech A10. Nice, I remember those. I forgot I even had it. Yep, I definitely remember that machine. I'm considering getting one of these to review. Looks pretty interesting. Yeah, you know, budget machines are how I started this channel, and why I started this channel is to not only to be more inclusive, but to make sure that more people can get into 3D printing. You know, reviewing $1,500, $2,000 machines is fun and everything, and they push the tech, and they make printers like this possible at the end of the day. But at the same time, you know, I know what it's like to not be able to get into a hobby because of price, because that's what took me years to get into 3D printing, was price. So, hey, if it's a budget machine, I would love to check it out and see if it's worth your hard-earned money, you know? Oh, Linus, that's not nice. Here. Oops. Don't back up now. You know, that's okay. You know, Kingroon, you can always win somebody back when they're hating. You know, it's okay. Let's see. Man, did I mention that this thing is heavy? Ow! Nice to see Kingroon here, very classy. I agree, I just complimented them for that. Honestly, I think the printer is kind of cool. Linus, that's quite the turnaround, dude. Hey, Truggy, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, 1,500 printers are well out of my budget. Right, yes. Yeah, I mean, you know, speaking of $1,500 printers, you know, I know Bamboo is trying to make budget machines, and they just made probably one of the most killer budget machines out there. But at the same time, for this one, for about $100 more, is enclosed. So, hey, if it's printing well, let's check it out. Let's give it a shot. All right, last screw. It was only about 1,000,000 screws, but we got there in the end. All right, now the question is, hey, you guys want to take a guess? I don't know, because I don't have one of these. Do you guys think the fan is attached to the metal here? You know how I always open these machines and I always slam this thing down. It's always hooked up. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. You guys want to take a guess? Is the fan connected to this or no? Fun game while I have a sip of my multiple beverages. Cheers. Caleb with the no. Jack Black with the yes. Yes. Oh, it's connected. Yeah, of course it is. Probably is. Yeah, it probably is. I think I've only opened one machine that didn't have it connected, and you probably remember I was like, "What? This thing isn't connected?" All right, let's do it. Okay, it's connected. There is a fan, and it is a big boy fan. Look at that thing. You guys see that? This is a 60 mil. Does it reach like this? Oh, it reaches. Okay, we'll leave it right there. Okay, so, yep, so everything is maker base as per usual. That is a huge, oh, it's an LED panel over here in the front. I was like, what is this, a Wi-Fi antenna? No, it's an LED panel for the logo on the front. Look at this little cutie. Look at this little guy. Also, I need to lift the table up some more so I'm not crouching. I like the clean ribbon cable, nice and clean. Everything is ferruled. No nonsense over here. Big heat sinks. You know, it's an MKS board. Is it their own? So, okay, so the Cheetah V2.2. There's an HDMI out. Hey, Kingroon. You might not know this. Maybe you do. Is this HDMI out an active port? Like, is this disabled or enabled? Because this is actually a pretty big deal to run any kind of HDMI display for Clipper screen. Yeah, make it $299. Yeah, $299 is a good price, by the way. It really would be a really nice price. Maybe a holiday sale. Thanks, Feder. Absolutely. Now, Kingroon, let me know. I'm gonna keep going. Let me know. I'll be very excited to know if this HDMI cable here, HDMI port, is enabled. Nothing out of the ordinary here, though. The rest is about the same as what you would expect. They did mention that it's an updated board. It looks really similar to their previous machines, the KP3S machines. There is one more, looks like port, VIN 0, so you can add some more I/O, but not much more. Not much more. This is definitely custom built for this. There's 2 more ports over here, PA4 and PA3. Okay, so there's 3 things you could add. Looks like you can add a fan if you wanted to for some reason, and 2 more accessories for whatever you might need. But this is a tiny little baby. It's a 300, but it's very compact. I recognize that little logo, but it's not the one that I'm thinking of that starts with a W. The new version, 230 kp. Yes. Okay, so this is the new version, and I'm guessing yes on the HDMI. I don't know. We'll hear from you in a second. What's the point of Clipper screen that's not interactive though? Is it not interactive? Hold on, there's HDMI screens that are interactive. Am I thinking of something else? Just to look pretty? I don't know, maybe I'm thinking of something else now that you mention it for some reason, but I was pretty sure that you could use an HDMI screen. And I have some over there. Am I thinking of something else? It could be something else. It's, you know, brain hurts. Yep, here's another person loving that you guys are in here. All right, anyway, it looks like we have a belt-driven single Z, which is kind of an interesting system to have on one of these machines. And to save space down here, this is also an interesting design decision right here, is the motor is placed on the inside of the machine downward with a belt. And that is so that if they put it down here, this machine would be taller. So to make it more compact, they made this design decision, which this is a very tight belt, by the way. Very tight. Yeah, looks clean. I have no real complaints about this at all. I like this fan. This huge fan means it's going to be lightweight. And like I said, all these components that I see in here are very well known and should run Clipper very well. A lot of machines are running these MKS components nowadays, and that's a good thing. You'll be able to buy any of the MKS stuff online, even if it's not exactly the same, and it will work just fine. Hey, there you go. Hey, Luke, how you doing, man? Thank you, first of all. I appreciate that. Making everything truly open source would be cool, like having regular vanilla Clipper. Right, I'm still waiting on that. There have been plenty of companies making open source, in air quotes, machines, but at the same time, we have still not seen a truly vanilla Clipper. I actually don't think we will. I think these companies, I think there's like kind of a misconception about these different setups. I think it's going to be really hard to have a screen, a tool board, and a main board in here run vanilla Clipper how they would want out of the box. Like, they want some kind of control and not for it to be Wild Wild West, because otherwise they won't be able to maintain it. They won't be able to maintain support. You know, one of the reasons why Apple is so good at support is because there's, you know, very set amounts of models and very set amounts of software that you know, those things can run. So if you make it completely vanilla and you can update and change things to however you want all the time, willy-nilly, it would be a support nightmare for a small company. So I don't think we're going to be seeing that, but I would like to. Honestly, I would like to. Maybe they have that somewhere. I don't know. All right, this screw This screw is gonna have to wait. That one doesn't like me right now. And I think I know why. I think these have to go up some. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Kingroon, one little piece of critique, I guess. This is not really important. You could have put like larger holes in this bottom panel on some of these things, so that that way you can take some of these things off, like 4 of them or 6 of them or 8 of them, instead of having to take off all of these screws. I know you don't necessarily need people to be prodding in there left and right, but just a little tidbit for later. Like, these could just be screwed in if they're required to hold the side panels on or whatever. Just have a larger opening hole right here, so that you can go through it, you know. Clipper isn't really made for off-the-shelf. Right, exactly. It's being adapted. Like I said, I think it's possible, obviously, but it would be pretty difficult, I think, to have a setup where a user gets it and then is able to update it willy-nilly, because everything has to work together. And I just don't think that's. We're not there yet. I don't think we're there yet. I've definitely updated my Voron and had to redo a whole bunch of things that I've set up myself, because Clipper was dramatically changed at the time. And actually, since that moment, I haven't updated any of my I haven't updated any of my Clipper-based machines at all. Once they're kind of running and tuned, I just keep them there unless something comes out where it's like just a must-have, you know? All right, now that we're here, let me flip this thing one more time. This thing is definitely hefty. Anyone in the chat that has one of the older ones see any differences right away? If you do, please chime in. Even though I might not get to it in the chat, whenever I look up, I'll try to read it. It'd be interesting to see if you guys are seeing anything. I know they said that it's the size and the tool head, but I'm sure it's a bunch of things all over the place. What time we got? Almost 10. All right, so we got all that on. Let's get the feet on there. I'll just put them all the way flush for now. Uncle Jesse door. Yeah, no door. Well, it's just not on, but it is acrylic. And I do see from the reflection. Oh, never mind. I thought there was an orange door. That's the Kingroon door. They will have to. They use Clipper. Has anyone said Hodo? No, I didn't even say it. Stopped at the stock screen on Flying Bear Reborn 2 for MKS Pi and MKS T35 TS35 touchscreen for Clipper screen. Works better than mine. Yes, the stock screen is definitely not the best screen. Its touch sensitivity is very poor. Makers like the Tinker. This marketed to people new to 3D printing, then you don't want it to take it apart. Right. Katrum, I agree. That cracked me up. It's not the size of the tool head that matters, it's how you use it. That is what he said. Okay. Now we can move on. It is, oh, I just almost launched my laptop off the table. It is very sturdy, that's for sure. Let's see here. How are we supposed to do this? I guess I will see. Oh no, the bed is definitely attached via hardware to the bottom. I guess it's time to do the unpacking, it's time to do the disassembly. It is 220. This is 220. This is the larger one. All right, let's see. Number one, remove the silver-colored fixing screws from the Y-axis. Silver-colored fixing screws. Okay, I see one down here. That's actually a really interesting way to hold in the Y-axis. All right, so does that open that up? It does. Okay, and then there should be one for the X-axis. Yep, there is. Can I fit my... I can fit my Hodo in here. I thought it wasn't going to fit. I have to watch what I was going to say there. 230, 230, 210. Needs more horse milk. Kingroon, don't worry about some of these folks in here. They're a little they're a little different, you know? We like a little bit different around here. These stickers are gonna destroy my OCD. I'm gonna try to peel some, but it looks like they're not very friendly. There we go, I got one off. These little stickers that point to things. I'll get them later. All right, so I got that one off. This one should have been this side, okay. We got some, because the whole thing is metal, sheet metal, we got some resonance going on. Otherwise, smooth. Kind of, you know, tinny sounding, but that's okay. I'm moving this to the front because I do want to check it out. I do like that there's no chain. Because the chains are loud, they're weird, they hit places, they rub against stuff. No chain seems okay. We have a little aluminum 90 degree piece right here instead of an extrusion. Get you guys closer. This thing is really compact, by the way, very small. Let's see how the tension is on the belts. Tension on the belts is okay. It should be tighter. Hopefully that's adjustable. Nice little interesting way to do it here. This thing is pretty similar to the the Flying Bear. The Flying Bear Ghost 6 was at one point. I'm interested about the cantilever part though. All right, let's see what else this thing says. Now it says remove the silver coloring from the X. Okay, we did that. Remove the silver coloring fixing screws from the Z-axis heated bed support. All right, that's down here. And they have big old washers on them. Let's get those out of there. Okay, easy enough. It's kind of funny that we used to have to put together machines from kits, and now we have to essentially disassemble machines, which is kind of funny. You know, I did mention that this is a cantilever bed. So it's a single lead screw cantilever bed, but look at the size of those. Look at the size of these things. These are 12 millimeter rods. Good job, Kingroon. That's great. That's good to see. All right, we did that. What's next? It says peel off the protective film from board 2. Board 2. Ah, that's this. We're on to the enclosure. All the screws are for fixing, if you think about it. That's very true, Taco Guy. That's funny. Looks like sheet metal. It is. How do you tension belts? I don't know off the top. I don't see anything specific quite yet. They don't look like they slide. That means that it's done back here on the back of the tool head. Yeah, there is tensioners right here on the side. There's tensioners on the tool head. Actually, you guys can see them right there. So you see those bolts where my finger is? Right there? Those two bolts look like they tension. Yeah, so you would unscrew them and they pull the belt. Yeah, and they would pull the belt back. All right, so we'll mess with that at some point. I need some kind of tool to cut this stuff. For those just hopping in here, guys, check out the pinned comment at the top of the chat. That is one way that you can get a spool of PLA Plus from 3D Max. You just have to be in the United States and have to be present to be able to receive said gift. All right, let's peel this panel. Hey, Terps. All right. And now I can put my fingerprints on it. All right, this is the top one, I'm guessing, because it's smaller. And is this a magnet of some sort? It is. That's actually a cool idea. So this whole piece is a magnet, and it goes into this groove right over here and sticks down. That's a great idea. I haven't seen that before. All right, looks like we need a couple of them fixing screws. So let's peel this first. So this is called panel 3. Don't tell them so you have good ads. Yeah, the odds are forever in your favor. Because these streams tend to be a little bit smaller, the odds are pretty darn good typically. I gotta say, I do really like the tinted windows, but they're still not black. I actually wanted this for my Trident, but I never ended up doing it. I wanted the darker tinted ones where you can only see after the lights are lit. I do like that. I do like that. I'm trying to take this off because it has a... I'll show you guys in a second. It has a little bit of the protective film on it. I want to just take it off. There we go. This looks like it's another magnet for the door. All right, what is next on our agenda? We got to fix that top piece. What are the screws? What are the screws? So we need an M4 by 6. That's this for the handle. Okay, and then we're gonna need 4 M3 by 6s to screw in the hinge. All right, got that. I'm gonna assume they just screw in. Let's see. Indeed. Actually, I just realized that this door opens upward. So let's see what that's like. I don't have any machines where the door opens up like a trap door like this. All right, and then this M4 is probably this larger one. Let's get that. Let's get one of these handles out. How was the flying bear? Any good? Which one? Which one, good sir? So far, I've really enjoyed all the flying bears. They're kind of like the workman, the tinkerer's printer in a world where that's going away. All right, we have ourselves a door. Let me move this back some. We have ourselves a door, and like I said, I actually, you know, it's always nice to see like newer things in a world where everything is copied from somewhere else right now. But like this door, does it open all the way? Oh yeah. Okay. This magnet strip on the front, just going into the crevice here, and is just it's so simple. It's like the simplest thing, but yet, have you guys seen anybody else do that? No. That's kind of funny. I like this. I like this opening scenario here. Take one of these stickers off. Now that I've seen it and I have fixated on it, I won't be able to continue. I think manufacturers should put clear bottom panels on their printers so the content creators don't need to disassemble them to show. Yeah, right? Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Make the bottom just clear acrylic. I got my Flying Bear Reborn 2 after watching your stream, and it's a pretty nice printer for the price size. Yes, most importantly, Luke, is just how fun it is to work on, right? Like, that was its thing. Like, it would lends itself so well to just doing stuff too. Made it fun. That's a nice way to break it. The door. All right, what else we got on this lovely list? All right, now we're putting on the front door and then the spool holder. So let's tackle this. We're gonna need 4 of these guys. And that's gonna need the smaller one. And I don't see where the hinge goes. Where do these hinges go? Oh, they go on the inside. Look at that. They go this way. I'm gonna block the views a little bit. They go this way, and we're actually screwing into the inside. So not on the outside here, but on the inside. Yeah, let's go ahead and throw these in here first. This little tablet pen thing is hilarious. Every chat is hoping for another Uncle Jesse moment. Yeah, that's true. And he just had a similar thing with a Giga. Obviously, he didn't break anything, but I saw he bumped his head. I caught the beginning of the stream, but I couldn't stay. Oh yeah, he dropped like the gantry, right? Hey, you know what? It makes for fun content. All right, so it looks like the downside of having the hinges there is they can't open all the way. They open further than 90, but not all the way. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but you know, it is what it is. This door cutout thing to hold the screen in is also interesting. That means if you wanted to do something while printing hot, you would have to open this to get to the screen, but you don't have to run into the weird situation that the Creality machines have, where the screen has a giant opening above it because of that, and you have to do all kinds of funky solutions to solve that if you want to print hot. So kind of a double-edged sword for both. So once again, this is the exact reason of why I really enjoy trying to get my hands on as many machines as possible, because it's just interesting to see how everybody does these little things. Also, this is a very strong magnet. Like, I can almost pull the whole printer. All right, so far the paneling is done in a very simple way, but I like it. Ooh, good song. Nice and chill little tune here. Saran wrap. There is saran wrap, but not for adhesion. Jesse made more money by breaking the door. Fact. Fact. But I just don't make the door go inward, right? They are acrylic panels. Yeah, I do know. All right. We did that. Now we're going on to the back. And then we'll take a quick look at the tool head and go from there. So we're gonna need what? These two? M3s, right? Yep, M3s. And we will attach the spool holder on the back. Oh, missed opportunity. Where is it going? It's going here. Oh, wait. It's going, there's a filament sensor. Wait, what? So it's like this? Okay, well that's not as clean as it could be. I kind of wish this was all on the side. All right, Kingroon, a little bit of feedback right off the bat, and you guys will see this in majority of my videos nowadays about these type of machines. Please, 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 please find a way to put the spool on the side. I don't know of a single human that wants these things on the back, and I know you guys have these in your studio right now, and if they're on a table like this, where it's an open table, sure, it's probably okay. But if you have it on a rack, if you have it anywhere else next to a different machine, it's so difficult to be able to get to the spool. It's just frustrating. So, for example, if I was to put it where my other machines are, I would have to spin the machine because I'd have to put the filament here, run it through this little sensor from the back. Then, once the filament gets here, I'd have to fish it through this PTFE tube. It's just not a good experience. But this is really simple, great. But as far as the user experience part goes, which ends up being really important to everybody, even if they say that it's not, this little tiny bit of user experience. If all this was just on the side, if all this was just over here, you know what I mean? So cool, but that's just a little bit of a little bit of feedback, if you don't mind. If you don't mind, I know everybody's got their opinion, and that's cool. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. Hopefully it'll help. There will always be Tinker printers. Yes, hopefully, right? Picked up a Flash Forge Venture 5M for $2.99 the other day. Prints comparable. Yeah, it's good. It's a good one. That's right. That's right. That's why we need these enclosed machines. Another on the back one. See what I mean, Kingroon? You can fix it with a riser. I must have missed something that was happening. Oh, you mean like the filament thing? I'll have to watch the filament the rest of it later. 3 a.m. here. Ooh. Yeah, hey, thanks for popping in. 3 a.m. is crazy. So, you know, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for the support. And we'll definitely catch you at another time. I plan on placing a shelf across the top of them or workbench. You're right, yes. Yeah, like essentially that's what you'll have to do to fix that problem. But yeah, on the side would just be such a good solution, you know? But yeah, I am really liking the size of this thing. Now I realize if I do put it down there to try to replace one of my machines, I won't be able to use the top of the enclosure, which would obviously be a problem. However, maybe I won't need to get in here. I don't know. But yeah, this would definitely wouldn't be able to pop this up. I would have to get rid of the hinges and just have it kind of rest. And it looks like I won't be able to because it needs those hinges to sit on something. So yeah, that's kind of a bummer. Maybe there's a way to replace these with some kind of magnets for me, like a printable piece. Actually, a printable piece would be really easy. Just a literal ledge would hold it just fine so that you can just lift up and move it out of here. But yeah, that's just my thought process is for me personally, I would like to have it on a rack somewhere, and a bottom piece would be good here. All right, what else we got? I think that might be it. All right, that's it. Quick guide is for pre-printing preparation. Now that that's loose, can we lift this up though? Let me try to help it a bit. There we go. I just want to get rid of all this stuff before we turn it on. And it is nicely greased. All right, let's get this piece out of here. That looks nice. Now we see the size of the screen. Let's see how this works. I'm gonna need Okay, here we go. Here's the piece. Nope. I'm gonna need a blade to get rid of that. Let's go to the side gently so we're not cutting anything except for this film. Very gently. I said very gently. There we go. All right, got that out of here. Put this ridiculous blade down there. Why copy the bad parts of the bamboo with the rear spool holder? I don't even know if they're copying off bamboo at this point. Literally every machine puts it on the back. Like they're all on the back now, so who knows? I do realize that this PTFE tube is just extra. It's not like for here. Let's put it in the little kit that this came with. I don't know if we'll need this yet. Let's probably just boot it up without it. I do want to quickly take a look at the toolhead though, especially because it is an updated toolhead. Let's see what would be a better view. Probably this. Hey, 1 mil. Hey, yo, it's live. I wonder if we're gonna come to an end of slingers here pretty soon. Every time I've said that before, someone's made a pretty good slinger. The A1 Mini, the A1 before the cable issue, fantastic. The new Creality Ender 3 V3 is awesome. I put it up here because it prints so well. They're still significantly easier to work on, and they will always technically be cheaper because there's just way less parts. So I think there's going to be room for them for a little while. All right, let's see how this comes off. So it looks like we have 4 screws to take off for this front to come off. And they are kind of in an interesting spot. So I might need my smaller Hodo here. Thanks for your feedback. Absolutely. I'm glad that you are willing and able to even just listen to the feedback. It's not that you have to do it. just to listen to it. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. At the end of the day, you wouldn't send the machine to a reviewer if you didn't expect some kind of feedback, right? All right. And thank you for not putting Phillips screws here, like the last printer review I just did. Can we get a tiny Hodo? These Hodos make me feel so spoiled. I've been using them a lot lately. I've been rebuilding all sorts of gaming systems, as you guys saw earlier. But other ones too, like the Wii's and whatnot. I have a bunch of Wii's for sale as well. But I've just been using a lot of them. All right, let's see what they make me do. Okay, it looks like what's holding us back is the zip tie. That's holding the hardware. I'm not gonna force anything. So let me go ahead and cut that. And I'll grab another zip tie to replace it. Actually, is this from Kingroon or Tronxy? I remember I made fun of this, and I kept it because I made fun of it. And they are now, by far, my most used snips. I don't remember if they were from a Tronxy machine or from a Kingroon machine. All right, so here we have the 40 mil. It actually looks like a 50 mil. That looks like a 50-15 to me with the larger opening. I think it is. Is it? It has a 3D printed duct. That's okay. It looks like a decent 3D print. Does it say what type of this thing is? It doesn't. It does say oil bearing though. That looks like a 50 50 mil to me. We have a little daughter board on the side here, and that is jam-packed right there. Interesting connector as well. I don't think I've ever seen it done this way before. You guys want a closer look at that? Here, let's do one of these. You ready? Oh, yeah. And then I can do one of these. And then, hey, that's a little bit blown out. Well, that's okay. I can just turn that down a little bit. Gotta love it. These gimbaled cameras are amazing. 50-15, yeah, 50-15, but with the larger opening. Everyone, he's working. You should get Hodo to be a guest on the channel and have them do a giveaway, a special Federal Hodo mini giveaway. That'll be amazing. I don't think Hodo even knows who I am. But they did provide me both of these. They actually provided me 3, but I broke the lightweight unit on the first screw. So that one I don't recommend for 3D printing, but this one, this little guy, is actually super, super powerful. And obviously this Hodo will break your hand. But I do have a 5% off coupon down in the description. I keep spamming the chat. Them rails are greased. They are. And every time, you guys know I already have a rag for that. They are very greased. I touched them. All right, so we have a little sister board with everything that we need. This is the tensioner. I mean, this whole thing is a nice CNC machined piece. We have a 30 mil fan where this is a little, check out this design. It's almost like a half of a bamboo hot end in terms of just like how it looks and size wise. But then this side can't have fins because you have to have the extruder here. Actually, the extruder has the larger gearing. I'm really pushing this wire. Here, you guys can just see it there. It does have the larger dual gears, which is nice. So it's modern. That's what modern printers have been doing. Yeah, this is a nice little assembly. It's very clean looking and very compact. The one thing I gotta say, Kingroon, this is gonna be another one of those little feedbacks. I personally, and you guys have known this from previous videos, you guys watch my printer reviews. Every time I see one of these sensors right here, I'm super apprehensive. I have destroyed so many PEI beds with this particular sensor. I am just not a fan. You can fix them through redundancy by prodding over and over again and doing a repetition and doing an average of the repeated things. But I personally, I avoid these like the plague. Hopefully this one is updated. It does look a little bit different. This is larger than the ones that I'm specifically talking about. But this type of sensor is on this Flying Bear, and I really don't like it. It was on another machine that I recently moved down. It was on the Neptune machine that I really didn't like. Like, just the sensor. The machine is good, just the sensor, because they have inconsistencies. And I don't know why. I just don't like these proximity sensors. But that's just an opinion. And my personal experience, it could be different for everybody. So, let's test it before we jump the gun there. All right, so all good things. I didn't see anything that's a red flag or anything like that. I actually really like what I see in here. Super compact, very good looking. So let's go ahead and throw that cover on and throw another zip tie back on there. And then we're gonna go ahead and get the printing. One more thing, guys, or for those that are just joining in, check out the pinned comment at the top of the chat. You can win a spool of PLA Plus from 3D Max just by jumping into that. So far, pretty solid. Like I mentioned, this is a budget machine. They're not pretending that this is a premium machine. This is a budget machine that can do a lot. So yeah, they have to make, they're building a machine that's not costing you $1,000. They're printing a machine that's costing you, what is it, 350, 375 with a camera. Also, AI detection. I don't think mine has the camera, right? Yeah, no camera on this one. So I have this machine right here, 350 bucks with a $10 coupon. And I dropped the screw. Okay, that fell into the bottom. All right, hold on, moving everything. I gotta flip the machine. Nope, there it goes. Nice cooling fins on the bottom of the machine. So if you did drop something like me, you can easily get it back. How nice. Let's get tilted. What's that probe? Corrupted Redemption? I don't remember what the probe is called, but it's like a proximity sensor type of thing, where I think they were initially used by a few companies as X and Y endpoints, which they work for that because those don't have to be extremely precise. But when they're being used for bed mesh and Z offset, they tend to not work as well with heat. There's just all kinds of little problems here and there with those things. Like I said, there's different models. I could be totally off base here. I'm purely going off of other machines and other experience. By the way, I just added all these machines up yesterday, and this is the 62nd machine that I've had on this channel. 62 machines. So that's kind of become my whole thing, is to try to see how companies make 3D printers and just to have that experience. All right, let me put this thing back so you guys can see the whole thing. There we go. I'll zoom out a bit. Let's brighten this up just a bit. And I do realize now that we have to have that door open. Plus, we're printing PLA, so that's okay. Oh, the magnet's strong. All right, let me get a power cable. And like I said, I have booby-trapped myself in. All right, power cable. How can we do this so that I don't destroy everything on my desk and still reach over here? Okay, I have to go under. Okay, give me a second. I have it going through my table right now, but I have to undo it so that it goes under the table. I think that will just reach. Let's find out. Also, I have a little heater on. I have to turn that thing off. It is 100 degrees down here. And now I realize why. It's because that thing was on. All right, we are under the table now. Let's go this way. Will it reach? Yes. All right, we are on and ready for our first power up. Let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Let's go like this. Let's go like this. Camera, come on back. You're trying to open a portal to space. What'd you just use to clean the bed? I used 99% isopropyl alcohol. So do we know what changes were made since the 2010 version? So the size and the toolhead has a brand new design. Kingroon's in the chat, they just mentioned it. Well, not just, they mentioned it earlier. 0G, yeah, cool. All right, let's boot this thing up, right? Let's see what it looks like. We got power. We got a beep. Classic Kingroon orange. This is one of my highlights. I kind of wish my macro still had the digitizer. If my macro still had the digitizer, I would take off my little lanyard that I have And I'd put this bad boy on there. 2209s, I'm not sure. Desaturated alcohol, I don't know. I don't know about that. Mainboard's different? Oh, okay, right. Mainboard, extruder, print size. Okay. Denatured alcohol. Is isopropyl the same? I'm not sure. Wait, this is using clipper screen. Oh! It's using clipper screen. We're there. We're done. Easy. Easy. Awesome. I'm so happy to see that. I am so relieved. A lot of companies are trying to reinvent the wheel when it comes to these screens, and yet they're still using Clipper. And in my opinion, Clipper screen so far has been better than probably 99.9% of their custom screen software. Now, the best one so far, in my experience, is the Cheetech X1 Pro. That one blows the water, blows everyone else out of the water with their screen software. I've been using it daily. It's been fantastic. But even though I would still prefer a Clipper screen, and seeing this, I am very happy with. It is in Chinese, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem, but not too much, not too much. Has it Wi-Fi? Has it Wi-Fi? Yes. Wi-Fi it has. Do you know what the HDMI port is for? Now you know what the HDMI port's for. Right. You're right. Yes, it does have an HDMI port. Did we check the plate in the bed? I haven't yet. What play? I mean, I'm trying to lift it up. There's no play. That's sturdy. I did measure these. Are 12 millimeter rods. Very impressive. I'm so happy to see that. All right, let's see if I can figure out how to change the language, though. Let's try gear. Oh, is this language? Aha, that's why they need the pen. This screen is very similar to that Kingroon, to that other screen. No, this is not it. No, let's see if I can find language here. Chinese, here we go. Aha, okay, so I need to go down some. English. Hey, look at this. Okay, so I realize why they include this little guy. This screen is somewhat small. Obviously, to keep it in here on such a small machine, they have to have it small. But you need this. You kind of need it to be this. Also, I now realize, I know you guys can't hear because of noise cancellation, but that fan is actually pretty damn loud. Let me see which one it is. That is the power supply fan. Yeah, it is the power supply fan that's on, and it is loud. The motherboard fan is also on, but this one is a little bit more loud. So, Kingroon, another thing. I know you guys have your own board, so I'm not sure how those are. Maybe that one fan port that's still open. I also, another piece of advice I like to give to people is to stop having always on fans. There's absolutely no reason for them to be on. The screen could cut off after a few minutes. The fans could cut off after a few minutes. It should totally be fine without those fans. I have plenty of machines. Right now my Trident is on, and this thing is jam-packed with things, but no fans are on. It is completely silent. And that makes it very tolerable as a desktop machine and in a home environment. The fans aren't that crazy, but they are there. What other fun stuff can I see right off the bat? All right, but let's see if there's anything on print. Okay, so there's a bench. Can you guys see the screen? Yeah. There is a large benchy, or large bench, sorry, a fast benchy, a standard benchy, and a violent benchy. Guys, you know we're doing violent. There's a pressure advanced calibration. Why is that like that? Oh, okay, because it's pressure advanced, right? Okay. Cool. Let's. And also, I just realized this thing. You know, it's not on the internet yet. It didn't make us do anything crazy, which is nice. So we're gonna have to do input shaper. Here's what we'll do. We'll do input shaper first. Then we will heat it up and do a Z calibration. And then we will do a bed mesh. And then we're going to do a violent benchy. So far, so good. Yeah, no setup guide, which is fine. It's fine. Especially if it's already pre-set up for us. What I mean by that, and actually we're about to check right now. Let me throw this thing on the network. Here, hold on a second. Let's go this guy. Oh, it's tiny, tiny, tiny. For how tiny that text is, the fact that I was still able to press all that is amazing. Alright, we are connected. Just waiting for this thing to give me an IP address. Alright, I'm guessing it's connected. I'm gonna hit close. The host name is MKS Pi, but does it give us an IP address? Let's see, do I click this? Or is it just mkspi.local? mkspi.local. No. What's the IP address? Attempting to connect. Maybe I typed the password in wrong or something. Starting Wi-Fi association. Attempting to connect. The reason why I want to do this is I wanted to look at the config real quick. So we'll wait for it to boot up. Let me catch up with the chat. Neptune didn't have enough characters for my Wi-Fi. Violent Benchy is a model on aircraft character and carrier. Nice. There is an installation manual in the box. Yes, there is. I just skipped right over it, didn't I? Alright, I'm going to give this thing one more college try. Doesn't seem to be connecting. I'm guessing I typed in the password wrong. And hit refresh. Let's go ahead and I'm going to hit the trash can symbol. And then let's try it again. Alright, let me double check the password. Seems to be good. Connecting. It said the same thing. It says connection is completed. ID number 2. Alright, it says completed, so I'm going to hit close. Let me hit refresh. Maybe we have to go back. Let's see. It says hostname MKS Pi. Alright, I'm going to go ahead on my other screen here. Let's go to, what do I have at home? Fios. I'm just going to go ahead and check to see if it's connected on my actual network and see if I can find MKS Pi. Okay, I found the IP address. It would be nice to show the IP address on the screen. Yep, there we go. Alright, so it was connected. It just doesn't say it directly there. Alright, so let's see what we got here. There's a shaper button. That's nice. Okay, we got some things preloaded, the same as on the screen. Fan 1 is just on. Mini LED, wait, you can, is that an RGB LED? No. Where is this mini LED? I thought for a second there, the front LED. The front LED was something, but it's not. All right, let's take a look at the config. And what I'm really looking for is all the way at the bottom. Let's see if it's pre-calibrated. All right, so it has a bed mesh in there already. Yep, it has a Z offset preset and it has an input shaper preset. So, and they have PID. So that's really great to see. Kingroon, fantastic. So that for the person who ever said there's no walkthrough, this is why. It looks like this machine is calibrated right out of the box, which means technically speaking, you can just press print on it and go. Obviously, the Z offset might not be perfect after shipping, but technically there is an input shaper in here. There is already a Z offset. There is already a bed mesh. So it should be good to go right out of the box. So that's what I wanted to see in here. The rest of the details are, well, they're just that. They're details. So that's cool. Yeah, let's go ahead and warm the bed up. We'll go 60. I'll go 150 on the hot end. And while it's doing that, let's have it do input shaper. I'll do that through the machine, through the screen rather. Let's go to input shaper. Oh, look at that. There's like a dial right on here. Can we do the auto calibration? Yes. Auto calibrate, measure both. Do it. So it's going to home for us. Does it have sensors for homing? I don't think so. I think this has sensorless homing setup as well. As it should. Less components, less wiring. Looks like the bed's going to come up nice and slow. You can actually feel the fan. Feel the fans blowing on the front there. Guys, it's almost 11 o'clock. There is a pinned comment at the top of the chat. Please go ahead and jump in there if you are interested in a chance to win a spool of PLA Plus from 3D Max. Need a smaller machine, dedicated to 0.02 nozzle for PLA recommendations. I think you have it right there. If it's for PLA, you don't need an enclosed machine. And right now, I think for a non-enclosed machine, that A1 Mini is going to be pretty tough to beat, especially if you're talking PLA and multicolor. Hey, thanks for the sub, Tim. I pretty much stay off Wi-Fi, my phone being the only major exception. I have some safety features in place for Wi-Fi, so I'm pretty cool with jumping on a pretty specific Wi-Fi I have set up for these machines. Otherwise, I would be pretty apprehensive as well. There is a USB unit on the side, which you can go ahead and throw on there. But yeah, I understand. Some people don't like the Wi-Fi aspect. I love Clipper, and having that interface is worth it to me. We are really zooming. Actually, I shouldn't touch it. Holy violence. That is a violent test. That is really loud. let me text the wife to make sure she doesn't go crazy hearing that. Sorry if that's loud. Doing a vibration test. In case I wake them up with that. Alright, so it did one. I'm guessing by the violence of that was a Y. If it's not, then, oh yeah, nope, this is going to be even louder. So it was doing the X, and it was, because the machine is essentially hollow, it's pretty loud. Oops. Oh yeah, I can tell already this is gonna be crazy. Here, let me undo the zoom. Not as violent as the Benchy. Yeah, the Benchy, I'm excited for the violence of the Benchy. Here we go. Yeah, I keep wanting to touch it, but you shouldn't touch it while it's doing this test. Anti-lag, yeah. Actually, let me take this moment in time to move these handhelds before I knock them over or do something stupid. All right, still going, huh? There it goes. So it's calibrating. Let's go back to our browser and see what we got going on here. So what I'm waiting for is for this thing to reboot. And that means it's gonna go ahead and save everything we need. Okay, good news. I didn't wake the wife up. So Kingroon, you're not in trouble. So I blame pretty quick. Kingroon did it. Sorry about the noise, but it's this machine, you know. All right, it's actually asking me on the screen. It will reboot, save configuration, continue. Actually, there's a way on Clipper screen to make everything larger, right? There's some zoom feature I remember. We should probably look into that because it's a 3.5-inch screen. It's not the biggest in the world, and it makes it a little bit cumbersome. Kingroon's awesome. I have a KP3S, and it has like 150 hours of print time, and I've had 0 print problems with it. Nice. Yeah, 150 still fairly fresh, but I too have loved my KP3S and KP3S V2 and KP3S Pro. Yeah, so this was an easy yes to check out. I did really enjoy those machines. All right, so we're back up and running, and it did a safe config. Let's see what it ended up with. 3-hump IE, Excel 4000. Kind of low, but that's okay. We'll push it a little bit. Where is the other one? Excel 1400, okay. So that is on the X. So the X is 1400, and the Y is 4000. Which we could probably improve that to some degree, especially with tensioning the belts, because these belts, they are a little bit loose. They could definitely be tighter. All right, so we still got heating. Oh, we did have heating. Let's go ahead and put it back to 60. The bed heated up very fast. Is that an AC bed? It sounds like Feder has old man eyes. Well, the problem with the eyes is I have very bright lights on both sides of me, and it's just hard to see. I'm going between like dark spots, and I look up, and they just blind me the entire time. Yeah, I'm glad you got the joke, Kingroon. Printer may wake up spouse, who will then assist you in making better life choices. The wife will always assist in making better life choices. Why do all these manufacturers seem to like fluid over mainsail? It's simpler. The interface is a little bit simpler, and it's better for beginners. Bias like mainsail. That's okay. Mainsail has a bit more to it. You can get lost in it a bit more, but because of that, some people prefer it. Pretty much all of my machines, all of my machines are fluid, and if they don't come fluid, I tend to put fluid on them. Here, let's go to 150 here. I don't know if that's what they're going to use for leveling. I don't know if they have camp installed. Kingroon, please have camp installed. But we'll see. We're going to do a benchy. Let me go ahead and grab some filament. We probably want to do a hyper type PLA for this. What do I have here? I think this is not ABS. I mean, I don't think this is PLA. Yeah, that's ASA. Okay, let's just grab, what are we doing, blue? There's enough for a benchy there. All right, let's do this hyper blue. I have very little of it left, but it's enough for a benchy. All right. Let's do it. Did I miss anything? You missed the what's it called? Very loud motion test. What else do you put fluid on, Ferdo? Everything. I think every machine that I have here is fluid, except for one of the Aquilas, and even one of the Aquilas is on fluid. Wow. I'm not even gonna comment. I didn't even look who said it. It's Chad. Come on, Chad. I should have known. I bet you're loving it right now. Hopefully you're over there cracking up right now because of the joke. You got me. And I said I put fluid on everything. Great. All right, so there we go. We butted up against whatever it is on the back. Is there a load? Let's see if there's a load filament macro set up for us. Actions. Let's do extrude. Let's do distance 25, speed 2 is fine. Let's do the tool head. Temperature. PLA. All right, we're going to 195. That's fine. Oh, look at that! It's got there already. It got very, very hot, very fast. All right, and let's load. Let me make sure it's actually loading. Not yet. I might have to open it and actually do it here. Let's see if we can do it here easily. Oh, there's like a collet over there. That's not going to be easy. All right, let's do it again. Oh, it's still trying to load, it looks like. Oh, there you go. It is loading. All right, we got it. And it had some it had surprise orange in there. You guys probably want to see this view instead. And let's do this. Let's go like that. Let me turn this down a little bit. Not so grainy. Also, no LED bar, I noticed, but you know, like I said, budget machine. Okay, so that was fine for that. Let's go back. Let me grab my tweezers. I can put away my screwdrivers. Good night, Hodo. You've been good. I guess I'll have to check if there's more files on this little guy. Where are these guys? Here we go. Let's grab that. All right, let's roll. Let's print. All right, we're gonna do, let's go back. We're gonna go to print, and we're gonna do a violent benchy. So we should set our expectations straight. It's not labeled beautiful benchy, it's labeled violent. Get a little preview. So I'm expecting it to be violent, fast, but not the most beautiful benchy in the world. And there's 2 other benchies on here for us. All right, so let's see what it's doing. It's going to 60 and 220. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? I should probably cancel this. I'm gonna hit cancel. In fact, I might even do, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Let's do a restart. I cancel it because I didn't do Z offset, and I want to. I want to make sure that we do not dig into the bed for any reason. And I would much rather be safe than sorry. I just got distracted from everything. But here, it's back on already, which is nice. That was very fast. That's why I had to go to 150. And we'll just use the screen for everything. Violent benchy hype. Also, I want this open because we are doing PLA. And actually, here's another little thing that I noticed. The top rests on the spool. So if I was to leave this, it's definitely going to grind away at that. So that's a bit of a bummer. You don't want to drive the nozzle through the bed like Joel. Yeah, right? And then storm off the stream after 3 hours. Yeah. I was pretty invested in that stream, I gotta say, Luke. And then I felt it. I felt it for him. All right, so first, I believe we have to home. I think that's how Clipper likes it. So we will let it home, and then we'll go to configuration and Z calibrate. I'll wait a second to do it. It's interesting that they didn't set it to go back a few millimeters after hitting the end of the travel. Typically, you want to do that. It's better for movement in case something isn't absolutely perfectly square. So, for example, if you're doing if you were doing sensorless homing and you would have a bump against something, you'd want it to come back a few mils and before moving to the next axis. Just a little config thing. All right, so that's home for it. Let's do Z calibrate. And let's hit start. Let's see how it handles this. I want to see if it pops up on the screen or if it pops up in our configuration over there. It is moving to the center, that's good. Okay, so we're doing it over there, which is fine. Oh no, we can do it on the screen too. All right, let's do it on the screen. So we're gonna lower nozzle first. Oh, also my arm is gonna be in the way. Let's see, how far are we? Get it somewhat close before I put that thing in there. Okay, that's close for comfort. Let's go like this now. All right, that should be pretty close. Let's go to a much smaller size. Keep it going. I did like how fast the heater heated up. It did both the bed actually and the nozzle very quickly. All right, here we go. I'm getting there. We're getting some grindage. There we go. We're on there now. All right. Somewhere here is where I like it usually. Right there. We're going to leave it right there. I'm going to hit accept. Clipper will reboot. No problem. Go ahead. It's already up and running. Yeah, didn't have to do much. I spent way more time taking it apart than doing anything else, really. So anything that took time here is just me messing with it. I really like the fact that this is MKS stuff. We have Clipper right away with no nonsense. We have Clipper screen on the screen, so I don't have to relearn a new UI, UX, and things aren't in my way. I like that so far. One thing I did not check is the actual nozzle. I should bring a flashlight down here. I can't see it from here. It does look normal. I can't tell. We're gonna have to do it, I guess, after the print is done. I want to know what type of nozzle on here. Kingroon, if you're in here, what type of nozzle is on there? Because I saw in the marketing right here, it looks like there is some proprietary nozzle-looking thing, and not exactly what we got in as an extra. Where did I see that? Right over here? Yeah, so right here, Kingroon, there's this very nice heat break, and I'm guessing that's a part of how this is all held, or is that a part of the nozzle? Like Creality has one, Revo has one, a few other companies have one. Because the nozzle that we got as an extra is just a regular brass nozzle from what it looks like. All right, one other thing left, and it should be the last one, and that's a bed mesh. And I kind of wonder if it's worth trying to do a print to see. Actually, here's how we'll do it. Let me jump back into here. Also, just a little thing, it's labeled up here. Usually these aren't labeled. So that's nice. We are going to check. What was I doing? I was looking for something. Oh, if there's a start print. Here we go. Will it do a bed mesh? No. All right, that's kind of a bummer. So, you can easily tweak this to do a bed mesh before the print, and then you can install, because this is MKS, you could SSH into it and install CAMP, which means it makes the meshing adaptive. So if you're just printing a benchy, it would only probe just where the benchy needs to be, and then you'll have the perfect print for that specific print, so that you don't have to not do a bed mesh or do an entire bed mesh before each print. It's kind of like the best of both worlds. So kind of a little missed opportunity. It would be really easy to update, guys. I would highly suggest you adding CAMP into here, especially because it's going to be in. I think it actually is in Clipper already. All right, so we have to do a bed mesh. So let's do that. Bed mesh is just the button, which is very nice. And let's do calibrate. Oh, looks like it just went right in there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, right, exactly. I mean, I've had this thing for a while already, so it can't be. Where would I find out? Luke, is there an easy way to find out? Do I have the SSH to find out? The Pickle Kid. By the way, thanks for subbing. What's your favorite slicers? Orca slicer. Easy. I use it for everything. Wow. Apparently I ran a bunch of scripts. What is this? I don't remember doing any of that. I don't think it's root. I think it's MKS. Whoops. 168. 198. I think this is MKS. Yes. And this is maker base. There we go. So we have root access. I don't know, fluid. I would guess try gear. Oh, right. Okay, if it's in fluid, then let me move that out of the way. It's in, it would be in system. Please do not edit this file. The code name is Buster. Version 0.11. Yeah, Orca's definitely the bomb. Yeah, it's gonna be custom, I'm pretty sure. Would it tell me right here somewhere? Let's see if it has Kia on there. I could never remember. I always have to type it in. I can never remember how it's spelled. It's Kia-U. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if it's already on here. I doubt it though, but worth a try. It's on there, so Kia is already installed. You know, just like the other Kingroon machines, I guess. Cool. Here we go. We'll find out exactly right now. Let's go to. Does it say which one? No. Settings, I think it is. Nope. B. I guess we'll do. Oh, it's update, right? If I go to update, it'll show me all the things. Maker base. There you go. It'll tell us in a second. Oh, we got our mesh is complete. Clipper will reboot. Okay, continue. Oh, right. I just rebooted it. Oops. Oh, I'm still in it. Okay. 2. This doesn't usually take this long. Is it all functioning though? Yeah. All right, let me go to temperatures. Can I do it manually? Like bed? Yep. Okay, let's do the bed 60. And the hot end 150. Nice. Yep. See, that's the thing I like about Clipper Screen is like, you don't have to, even though I am kind of guessing in a way, all right, because they all slightly look different based on the sizes. But like, I don't, you figure it out like instantly. I'm not sure why this keeps getting stuck like this. But it's definitely not liking something in the update section. I wonder if it's like somehow coded in not to. Yeah, I don't think there's any other way for me to find out. Let's go to 6. I mean, it's not using their own repository. I think it's just using an older Clipper. If I go to 1, will it tell me? I don't wanna mess with this. That's all right. Better, I gave your channel props along with Modbot and Chris Riley on my overview of the Q1 Pro. You guys are the ones that make me started the 3D printing hobby after watching your videos. Nice, Wilmar. Yeah, I'm in good company with those guys. Yeah, I'm a big fan of both of them. There's obviously others, but it's great. Copy EMC. No, it's cool. We don't need to do this. Let's get that violent benchy out and done. Happy printing. Look at that. How cute. Let's just terminate. All right, we're hot. Oh, I typed in 115 by accident. That's okay. We did Z offset. We did input shaper. We did bed mesh. That's it. We should be calibrated. Let's go print. Let's go violent benchy. Hit it. An LED definitely would have been nice on the inside, but should be okay. There we go. This should be a little bit more sturdy now. Let's see, what are we doing? 60 and 200, okay. Interesting that it's going to 200 and not like 220. All right, let's see what we got. Let it begin, vibration, desolation. All right, looks like it's doing the purge line. Also, if this image is grainy, it's because it's pitch black in there. I can't see the nozzle at all. Looks good. Yep, looks great. That might even be a little tiny bit too high. I can't see very well. Yeah, that is just the hair too high, so we will lower it. Probably too late. Yep, the fan's on. It's a little too late. That's okay. Let's go by 0.1 for next time. If this benchy pops up, it's because of the first layer, and I can't really see it. I can't see it at all. It's impossible to see. Need ring light around nozzle so you don't get shadows on nozzle cam. I mean, you can't see the nozzle even if you really wanted to. Had to see a man about a mandolin. That's a pretty good one. Nigel, did he play you a tune? Putting the hardware into the miscellaneous hardware section. So yeah, we'll have to watch to see what happens with the benchy, because it might come off. Oh, the camera lost me again. Hey, I appreciate that, Wilmar. That's great. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's awesome. Leave the lid open. I can't because it will rub the spool. I know what to do. We're gonna enlist a couple ducks. So I got magnets on the bottom of these ducks, and I'll put them behind these hinges, and we will rest it just like that. Guys, I'm not ducking around. Focus. Focus on my hand. Do this. Go here. Undo this. Get this thing physically closer. so you guys get that HD goodness. Where are you focusing? There we go. That's where it should be focused, right there. All right, we're going manual focus mode. Is it quiet? No, it's not quiet. The fans are fans. It doesn't have an auxiliary fan, but I can hear the fans pretty good. I can hear the movement. It is on metal rails, so the movement is audible. We are clipping a little piece of plastic here. I can hear it. I can hear it clipping, but that should be okay. Yeah, we'll see what happens. It looks okay. There's like a little blob right in the center. No, I had to pick up an actual mandolin. Oh, wow. Plot twist. Amazing. I only play the mandolin when I'm waiting for 3D prints to finish. That's pretty good. Hey, what's up, Loaded? Lame. Right? Is it noisy? Yeah, it's noisy. It's average 3D printer like this, I guess. Definitely not quiet. Andy's shattering ducks. Now, if there were tape on the bottom of those ducks, we could use the old cliche, duct tape fixes everything. Yes. Man, now the magnets don't seem as good. Hey, Icy. My perfectly stock Aquila is faster, and you know it. Hey, man, nothing wrong with a good stock Aquila. I still got 2 of them behind me. You can design a hinge system for the top if there's none yet on printables. Yeah, I mean, I think it would be good if it was if you could just slide it out. So kind of like a stepped lip, so you can kind of rest it and then just have it here. Because if I put it underneath of there, I want to grab this thing and pull it out, you know? I don't mind P1P loud. Any loud is a killer. I don't have a P1P. I do have X1 down there, so I will find out soon. But from what I hear, those machines are louder than the K1, and the K1 is the loudest machine. So it should be okay. How are we looking? It's looking okay. I see some artifacts here and there. But they're definitely not selling this as a, like, just by the naming convention, they're not selling this as a super high-end benchy print. All right, time to lower the table and have a seat. My back is aching. Oh, by the way, guys, tomorrow, where do I check this? YouTube, next layer. If you guys are around tomorrow in the middle of the day, and you have nothing better to do, shout out to Jonathan. I will be on the Infill podcast with Jonathan from the next layer. 1 p.m. I believe. Yeah, 1 p.m. Eastern time. So if you guys want to hear me chat about just whatever we do here, I plan on just doing this exactly. But with Jonathan, it'll be cool because he has some interesting insights in the industry, and he is very, very rapidly grown. And I'm like, you know, just a hobbyist level guy that's trying to have some fun in 3D printing. So it should be kind of interesting. So I guess if you guys want to hear an interview style conversation with me and John, that'll be available. Yeah, he did spell Frodo correct. Aquila is like tequila. Yes. I'll be working with listening to the stream while I'm working. Cool. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what to expect, but hey, it should be fun. I'm literally going to be standing right here where I'm sitting at the moment and kind of just hanging out for a bit. Guys, while we have our last 40 minutes left, definitely jump in the link that's at the top of the chat here for your chance to win a spool of PLA Plus if you're going to be here until the end of the stream. There's only 47 people entered, so your chances to win a spool if you're in the United States are pretty high. Make sure you answer the question. If I pull a winner that didn't answer, you're not going to get it. There's 40 minutes left there. And then definitely check out the merch on shop at 3dprintsos.com or store at 3dprintsos.com or store.3dprintsos.com. Got some cool shirts. All my original designs. Got some hoodies. And of course, some awesome work mats with hot ends that I illustrated, as well as super cool mugs that you can have, and you can be this cool. All right. That's shop at 3dprintsos.com. So definitely check that out. Let's see how the Benchy's doing. So you say there's a chance. So far, just for reference, so far we are 11 minutes into the print. How about this, guys? What would you like me to print on this machine? Would you like me to just use it how I would use the 3D printer, just regular stuff, everyday stuff, kind of like what I've been doing on the Chitty-Tech machine? Or do you want to see something specific that you're interested in? Please let me know. Hey, David? Yeah, not bad on the bed adhesion. Yeah, I was actually surprised because it did seem like it was a little high. Helmet, you can't. It's too small. I can print the helmet for my cat. Yeah, it's too small. It's 220 or 210, 220, 235. Hold on, let me tell you. 230, 230, 210. Excuse me. 230, 230. Just not big enough for a helmet. Sorry to hit and run, Feder. Have a great stream. Hey, thank you. You made it almost to the end. It's literally at the very end of this thing. ABS, yep. There's 1 in 8 billion chance they're human. Day to day. All right, cool. Don't hit a brick. Oh, too soon. You know that's local, right? So I, the only way. Well, not the only way. There's 2 ways to get to my parents' house from my house. And that's using that bridge or using the tunnel. That's the only way. The other way is to go through the city, and going through the city is brutal. And, man, it's going to be an absolute nightmare driving around for a long time. Not months. We're talking years. This is the bottom half, the bottom leg of the Beltway in Baltimore. That bridge is crucial to the traffic in and out of that area. And having that not be in the water is crucial to not just Baltimore, but like majority of the United States. If you guys look at the statistics of the port, that port that's there in Baltimore is like the majority of vehicles coming into the United States, is the majority of a bunch of other things. I don't know them off the top of my head, it's a list, but me and my buddy were talking about it earlier today, and the more you look into it, the crazier that situation actually is, and it's sad, obviously. But man, that bridge is so important for just the traffic and the businesses in that area. That is a big deal. That is a big deal. Because I was talking to him like, oh, did you guys see that this is going to be fixed like with federal money? Like Biden said that it was going to be paid for with by the federal government. I was like, why? It's a Maryland thing, but no, it's not a Maryland thing. Like it's a United States thing. I've been working on a project for my Bug Assault. You should get one and print a stock for it. They look sick. I don't know what that is. Let me take a look. Bug Assault? What does that mean? Like assault gun? Oh, look, Jimmy. Right there. See that? Yeah, it really sucks for everyone. Yeah, it's just it's pretty crazy. Yes, and rest in peace. Yep. Yeah, it's six workers that were there. They actually just released. If you guys are interested in this kind of stuff, they just released the conversation the police officers had right before trying to stop traffic. Like it was like literally minutes within, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go and grab the workers on the bridge as soon as I'm over here," and the bridge collapsed. Brutal. So it should be, but think about how long insurance is going to take and the money from that is going to take. Like this is a national problem. So they're gonna owe that money to the government, which is even crazier. Hey Randy, what's up, man? I was talking about you in the beginning with all my handhelds that I had on the table. Yeah, he does. He's having a hard time right now. Reopening the channel is first priority. 100%. 100%. Bug salt gun with a stock in my shop. Ah. I'm trying to remember if he showed it to me. I'm guessing he did. And just my brain is overloaded. A little baking soda, that's right. Sorry about the joke. Decade? Yeah, it's gonna take a long time to clean, and then it's going to take a long time to build. It's just crazy. Like it's just nuts. Like it doesn't seem like such a. Oh, there's the benchy. I knew it. Look at the benchy go. That's okay. That is not the printer's fault, everybody. That is my fault. Let's cancel. Yes. In fact, let me turn Grammarly off here. That's so annoying. Let's go ahead and go back to 60. We'll do 150. And then I did lower it by 100. That should be better. We'll take a look at this anyway in a second. Let me start another one. Let's just go to reprints. I didn't get to the Z offset in time. It printed the first layer so fast, I couldn't get to the first layer. Yeah, I mean it's definitely not looking pretty. Look, it is definitely not a beautiful benchy. Giving this thing time. And I want to be sure. Actually, let me move this for a second. I want to be sure it starts in a better spot. Let me look at the bottom. Yeah, the bottom is just too high. So I'll lower it just the hair. Just the hair more if I need to. One of the issues is it's actually legitimately hard to see the nozzle. Legitimately hard. Like it's printing right now and I can't see that nozzle. And the benchy is like small enough to not see it move to the side, you know? I'm gonna lower it some more. Okay, I just can't see. I can't see the first layer. Looks like it's a little too close now, but that's okay. I'd rather be a little too close. I'll actually leave it there and adjust later. Yeah, I can tell it was a little bit too close that time because you see the little fuzzies. When you see the little fuzzies, that means the level was so close that the filament oozes out the side a bit. But that's okay. Oh man, I didn't see the. I didn't look at the speed. I think it'll tell us though. Where's the history? History. Oh, and I canceled it. 17 minutes. So 17 minutes, and it got to here. So what's interesting is that the cooling isn't the issue. What's interesting is that it's an extrusion consistency issue. Why is it printing at 200? That's too low. I'm gonna make it 210. 200 is too low for the speed. Maybe it's trying to do the best it can with cooling. Let's see if there's a difference at 210. Honestly, I'd be printing at 220 at this speed, at least. I'm kind of half tempted to put it up to 220. What do you guys think? Wait on the Q1 Pro to arrive tomorrow. You're gonna love it. That thing is amazing. Yeah, I did it's not here because I have it at my office, and I've been shooting the video at my office. I was supposed to finish it today, but my buddy had his kid in, so I couldn't. But I'll probably finish filming it Friday. Yeah, because like I said, it's an office machine. It's if that's a too long didn't read for you, I don't know what else is. Like that's it's good enough to have as a push button print anything machine type thing. Yeah, I see. I agree. Drill a hole to peek. I can't unsee how little I can see the nozzle now. That's horrible. Yeah, I do. If that's one piece of feedback so far that I can say is definitely that the path to the nozzle is you just can't see it. I guess the solution would be to split that that fan duct instead of having one giant thing. Like I would split it to have a little peak. But then there's like a piece of metal there, the cover. So definitely something that can be printed. A bit like me, I must have been built in a hurry. I'm not pretty either. What's that grinding noise? It must be the noise cancellation. There's no grinding. It's okay. I run 220. Yeah, I agree. 220. All right, let's go to 220. You know, look, we got to see about where it is because we'll see a line. We'll see a difference in color. But I have a feeling that some of this extrusion issue could be temperature. Not like heat. It's just a little bit too low to go that fast, I think. But look at those arches. The arches are fantastic. That's pretty good. I saw this had a little bit of a lean to it, but nothing big. The cooling is not terrible. It has the whole line, but that's okay. You know, it's a draft print. You're not using this to print beautiful things. Wasn't PLA today, wasn't paying attention, started print, started 200 in here. Click, 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 oopsies. Yep. Yeah. You want at least 220. I had some PLA that it needed 240. And that's fine. I mean, they're printing fast nowadays. Not using us to print beautiful things. Yeah, you're not worth it, Linus. Got a jet. Put a little liquors to bed. Yep, that's why I'm down here. Thank you for popping in, Frog Liquor, and being around. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support. For those just popping in, I think we might have just under 30 minutes. Yeah, 26 minutes left in the giveaway to filament. Only 54 people in there, so pretty good chances to win if you guys are in the United States. And we'll be sticking around for another 26 minutes. Yeah, that'll do it. Kingroon, I don't know if you're still in here or not, because it is a long stream to be watching while at work type of thing. I have something bold to say. So there's a machine behind me by FlashForge called the 5M. And it is not enclosed because they have a Pro model that's enclosed. And that machine is $299. And it's a really fantastic, well-built machine. At $299, it's a no-brainer. But if this machine enclosed was $299, this would be an absolute no-brainer. I know it's pretty close at $350. But if you could, oh, at $340, because there's a coupon down here. But if you guys can get this thing down to $300, maybe for just a sale, maybe for the holidays or something, I think that would be, it would be an easy suggest at $300 for an enclosed machine. I just had a realization that the bed is actually on springs. And non-adjustable from the bottom? Huh. Hard to tell if the Z inconsistencies are related to the chassis of the machine, like the bed, or to some extrusion related thing. From where I'm sitting, that benchy looks a little bit better. But hopefully it sticks. Here, okay, good. I hope you don't mind me just talking about, you know, random things. Like I said, my expertise is checking out as many machines as possible so that I can kind of, you know, see them all from above type of thing. So I'm just giving opinions based on that, and it's just my personal opinion, you know, just you don't to take it or leave it type of thing. I'm not an absolute expert. I just bought the FlashForge 5M. Love it. Nice, DJ Soup. Nice. I'd buy it right now for $299. I mean, it's not far off. It's $239 right now. That's still a really good deal for an enclosed machine. Technically speaking, you couldn't get an enclosure for the 5M for $30. So technically speaking, if you were to go head-to-head with these two machines, this one has that up on the 5M. And a closed machine for $350 is pretty good. I agree. Hold on. What was the Flying Bear Ghost 6 at? Whoa. Let's do the official site. So this runs Marlin. So you would need to get something to make it run Clipper. Okay, so this is 330. Which is the same. So I was gonna say this is pretty close. Oh yeah, this doesn't have PI. You need this one for PI. So they're the same price, but this runs Marlin. So, but look, the spool holder's on the side though. Yeah, so technically this is a really good deal. Build volume is 230, 230, 210. Is it necessary to apply glue for every print? No, only for filaments like ABS, PETG, things that tend to warp. If you clean your PI sheet with isopropyl alcohol, if you don't have isopropyl alcohol, salt, soap water, soapy water, just make sure it's 100% dry. Make sure you wash the soap off like really, really well. If it's leveled correctly, PLA will stick to it like crazy. Is there room for clips for non-magnetic beds? Yes, there's room all around. And it's a PCB style heater. Better, what is the tightness of the belt? The belts could definitely be tightened. Now we give, yeah, $329. Oh, 20, that's a $20 off. Okay, Kingroon, maybe you can give a coupon code that I can use on my end to give back to my subscribers for that 20. But that's pretty good. 230. That's pretty good. That's a good deal. We like that. I'd love some multicolor options on these CoreXY besides them, but yes, we are all patiently waiting, Rick. Literally everyone is patiently waiting. What's a max temp? What's the max temp it can get? We're looking for ABS. It says 300. So Zach, this should be able to print ABS easily. And I have a ton of ABS and ASA, and I need to print things in ASA and ABS. Use Dawn, yep. Dawn would work, yep. Hey, look at this. We have our own code. 3DSOS2. I'm going to copy that into the description. 3DSOS2. All right, let me add it into here real quick. Content, live, edit. Let's do this. Copy. Paste. Let's do $20 off with code 3DSOS2. I'm going to add that to the description. And then let's do, that would make it $329. That's a great price. That's a great price. Let's put that here. All right, let's do save. Okay, that should be in the description now. Kingroon, thank you very much for that. That is very kind of you, and we appreciate that. I think everyone appreciates that. I'm very happy to be in the position where I can even have that type of thing happen on my streams and on my channel. So I appreciate that truly. Thank you very much for doing that. That means a lot. Code for this channel, 3DSOS2 for 329 USD. Ba 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 ba. You like the horn? Do we have time? What time we got? Yeah, we still have 15 minutes. I think what I'm going to do after this one is done, Oh man, that test is so loud though. Okay, I'll do it in a short, probably tomorrow. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tension the belts. I should write it down somewhere. I'm gonna tension the belts. I'm gonna rerun input shaper with belts tensioned, and then I'm gonna reprint the same exact file, and we'll see if that improves it. Although I gotta say that one looks much better at that temperature. It's got to be a temperature thing. Well, at least a bit of it. Tell your friends at 3D Max I need Snow White ASA. Need to order a bunch. Don't they have white ASA? Don't I have white ASA? No, they have antique white. Will do. I actually haven't talked to Sergio since he was in the stream that one time. Kudos to Kingroon for being here for the review of the discount and for the discount code. Yeah, I agree. This is that's commendable, and we appreciate that. That's great service. It's got to be difficult to make a product, which I've done. I've made my own products all the time with board games and such, and then send it to a reviewer, which I've also done a million times, and then be there live. Like I've only done it well, no, I've done conventions where you show your game off and then you hear literally direct feedback. It's just got to be a special kind of experience where you shipped a product overseas to somebody and they're doing a live stream building it and you just kind of just watch it, you know, hands off to see if it works. It's kind of funny. Feder 2.0 is still laying behind me. He's waiting for filament to arrive. I'm waiting for some parts and filament from Creality. They've been doing all sorts of events, and my reps have all been busy. As soon as that filament gets there, that project is done. I'm literally just waiting on filament. Like I said, I could buy it, but the point is it's kind of like a all Creality thing. So I'm waiting for them to ship it. Do they make a helmet class? I'm not familiar with Kingroon. Oh, like a larger machine? No, they mostly make smaller machines. My personal favorite being the KP3S Pro, this one. I mean, $105. That's just nuts. That's the same cost as parts for a 3D printer. This one right here, I had this one for years and it was my personal machine. I ended up putting a stealth burner, an afterburner in here with a really crazy hot end, and I absolutely loved it. Had it for years. Like I said, I didn't sell it. I gave it to a friend of mine. They do have the KP5L, but I'm not familiar with it, and it is a 300 by 300 machine, looks like. I didn't even know this existed, so there you go. You know, it is what it is. It looks like there's a bunch of interesting ideas on here, but Bedslinger, it is what it is. I would much rather go with a smaller enclosed machine like this. And this, with our coupon code, that's killer. That's a killer deal. All right, so our print is done. Let's see how long that took from start to finish. 19 minutes total. Not bad. Let's see how it will pop off. Also, I just noticed how bright this is. Let's turn it down. There we go. All right, let's see what we got going on. Came right off. Let's look at that bottom layer. Let me look at it close. Okay, perfect bottom layer. Maybe a little bit too close. In fact, before I forget, let me raise it just a touch. And I'm gonna hit save on that offset. But yeah, let's take a closer look. Hold on, let me make sure this thing. Oh right, I have it on manual. Hold on. Let me turn off manual focus. 3 seconds. There we go. So yeah, we have a little wavy pattern. But let's look at the cooling right here and cooling right over here. The cooling is fine. This is definitely an extrusion-based issue. I mean, look at that arc. The arc is great. But yeah, it definitely has a texture to it, which I'm sure we can tune out. That is very round. So the cooling is actually very sufficient for the speed. No holes in the top. The square is square. The round is round. The edges over here are okay. Not bad. Yeah, the texture is definitely something. And I still think it was printing too cold simply because of this matte texture. So see how matte this is? This filament is just PLA. It should be glossy. So even at 210 that I printed, or 220? Even at 220, that was too cold. Yeah, you see that little band right there of shine? That was the correct temperature. Yeah, this one is better. This one looks better. As far as the belts go, like I said, I think yeah, the belts could definitely have some more tension, but they're not bad. They're not bad. The bed is sturdy. I mean, I can move it if I really wanted to, but I don't think that's really moving during regular everyday stuff. Continue. Go ahead and save that. Right off the bat, there's two things that I don't like. There is the line of sight to the nozzle. Not something you can easily fix, obviously, because that's like a hardware thing. And the always on fans. I don't like always on fans. I think they're very unnecessary. So those two things I will be critical on, I guess, to say, in a printer in 2024. However, a lot of things are fantastic. At this price point, I don't even know what I can talk about. Obviously, it doesn't have the crazy finish that some other machines have, but for this price, this isn't $1,500. Like, that's incredible. But yeah, I think what I'm gonna do, in case I wasn't very clear on what my plans are, I'm gonna tension the belts. I'll redo the input shaper, and I'm gonna reprint the same exact file, and we'll see if that corrects the little bit of a texture. Yeah, it's definitely just an extrusion related texture that's on there, but nothing really bad to say. Nothing really bad to say. Not bad for 20? Yes. I mean, look, there's so many machines that are out right now that are even in this room that'll do 16 to 20-minute benchies, and they look flawless. But at the same time, those machines are much more expensive than this one. Need a small mirror to see nozzle. Yeah, definitely needs a light. I think a light would have been a nice touch. But then again, a light is just more cost, right? They can only, do you want this to be an expensive machine? Yeah, no nonsense clipper, yes. That's the violent benchy, yes. Like the dentists have. So we have about 9 minutes left. You guys have any suggestions of what to do in the 9 minutes? There's almost 60 people in the giveaway. There's 7 minutes left. Guys, jump into the pinned comment at the top. If you're going to be around, if you're in the United States, answer this question that's required. Yeah, then we'll hang out, and I'll pool a winner for a PLA Plus spool. Hey, drone chats. I have the first CR10, and it prints great after 8 years. Yeah. Yeah, the CR10, if you took care of it and you didn't mod it with no nonsense stuff, should be good. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here. Hope you enjoy the stream. You can show some of your previous prints. You mean like with what? Other machines? I can show you this fun print. This is PLA plus. I mean PLA plus. This is carbon fiber PLA that I printed on the Trident. This is Chiditex PLA carbon fiber. Take a look at that. Look at this texture. This is the Voron Trident with PLA. Well, carbon fiber PLA. Look at that. I can't even. It's kind of bonkers, to be honest. And this is like a solid, like it's has a really high infill. It's for a bow. So that's a fun print. Here's another fun print. This was printed on the K1C PLA, both textured and carbon fiber. Here's the inverse of that. Fun little fun experiment with textures. It's a piece to a bow, to a repeating bow, not a crossbow, but a bow. And I don't know how YouTube will react to it, but I'd love to make a build on it. But yeah, it's a compound bow. It's in the shape of a pew pew, but it uses rubber bands. I have others that are similar, and it has a cartridge-style top-loading magazine, I guess, that uses bolts, like those little crossbow bolts, and yeah, you basically cock the bottom, and you have to hold it with your pinky, and that's what makes it a bow, because it doesn't hold power. Like, you're the one holding the power, so it's pretty cool. No, I haven't printed with it in a while. It's actually full of parts, because I meant it to be like a full-on build, but I haven't had anything. A bow and arrow type thing, not for a violin. Post it on Discord, yeah, I will, yeah. Yeah, it's super smooth. That's funny. I did give one away. I don't know what's gonna happen with this one. It's still just such a good machine, so I don't know. I'm probably gonna end up putting a Voron there. So we'll see, Chad. You might get your wish at some point. What's the difference with the KLP1 and camera for KLP1 AI detection time-lapse filming this option? This is actually a great question. KLP1, will the camera eventually be available for us non-camera people? That's another good question. There we go. We got 61 entries. About 3 minutes left. How's the plane? Ready? It is basically ready, Zumi. I still need to figure out how to limit the servos. I don't know how to do it. I've only done it one time a long time ago, so I need to like find a tutorial on how to do it with my radio. But essentially, right now the throws of everything is so much that me being a first-time pilot, if I panic, and it'll just go crazy. So I need to limit it. And I have the expo set and everything. I just need to limit the actual movement. I saw you could buy the camera separate. Oh, can you? Yeah, if you can buy the camera separate, then that answers my question. Oh, let's check this out, actually. Can I buy... What? Yeah, it's hard to know what type of nozzle is in that machine. Yeah, that's nice. Look at that old tool. So that's not the extruder, it's this one. And in fact, this one has a different sensor on it. So it's not this one either. And it's not this one. And it's not this one. So this has a brand new hot end completely, to the point where it's not even on this site. Yeah, like even now that I even think about it, all these photos are, I'm assuming, going to be updated shortly. Yeah, because all the photos and all the marketing material is of the older machine. Yeah, because this is the wrong hot end on here. Is this the right one? No, even this one's the wrong one. Yeah, like this is totally different. And so is this. So this just needs to be updated. No big deal. All right, let's see where we're at with our giveaway. 32 seconds. If you guys are quick, get in there. Yes, you buy the camera separate. It's okay. Okay, cool. I have. I'm a long time subscriber. He's a cool dude. Very entertaining. Let me show you its features. I love that guy. Yeah, I have the Legolini. If you're familiar, Martin, I have the Legolini, and it really surprised me. Actually, I brought it to, I brought it somewhere to shoot, and it was just piercing the targets that I had and going into the ground, and I was just so impressed. So this new one that I have is pretty cool. It's different. Let me see if I can tell you the name of it so you can look it up. Yeah, the name is not. The name is really generic. Repeating crossbow slingshot pistol. If you want to look it up. Get a gyro for your plane. Yeah, I mean, that would be nice, but I just don't know. I don't know how to work that. Obviously, I've built so many quads. It's probably easier than quads. But I feel like I just kind of want to try to do it manually. I have one still managed to crash. That's not good. Yeah, this is, whoops, sorry. This one I have, I have both of those machines currently on the floor. That's super sensitive guy. All right. Let's see. A gyro with all right. Chad, that's legit. I like that. It's Hero. Gyro. It's amazing. That's a good joke. I'll give you that one, all right? The other ones I will not, but that I will give you. All right, everybody. It's time for our giveaway. Let me jump in on my other screen here. Pull up the giveaway. All right. First things first. What was our question? Our question was, what other hobbies outside of 3D printing do you have? And do you use 3D printing to enhance that hobby? So let us check what some of these entries were. Homebrewing. Haven't found anything I can print besides tap handles. Plenty of decorations for the tap room. There's actually, I remember I made this for somebody. There was one way for a buddy of mine that was brewing. He had some hoses that needed like this clamp that shut it. And I did one of those. I printed one of those for him. Basically a bunch of hose holding tools. Fishing, nice. I do have that hobby as well. I keep rods in my car at all times, in my trunk. Working on trees. I've printed some tools and have things for it. Working on, woodworking and trees. Okay, I read that wrong. But cool. RC cars, and yes. Okay, Nice. Same. TCG games. Nice. An RPG. I use printing tokens, life counters to those games. Nice. I have done that as well. You talking about like Netrunner, TCGs, role-playing games like Gloomhaven? Or are we talking about RPGs like the book, like RPGs that I've never played, admittedly, for some whatever reason? I would love to one day. Gaming and piano. DJing, and yes, I'm looking for ways to add 3D prints to my setup. Nice, nice. Yeah, lots of ways you can do it there. RC, I print RC stuff, and loaded clip stinks. I like how you took this opportunity to make fun of loaded clips. It's pretty good. Let's see what else. All things garage and cars. Yes, I do a lot of 3D printing involved. Nice, cool, cool. Video games and car stuff. Flying my DJI Mini 2 SE drone, a passenger and 4-seat plane. Whoa! Oh, I got to be a passenger in 4-seat plane, and I flew it for 1.5 hours. Wow! Didn't get to land, take off. Yeah, that's good. Still, the fact that you got to fly is pretty cool. Making money, and yes, I run a print farm. Oh, nice. Well, making money is pretty important, and pretty cool. You run a print farm in Florida, huh? Outside of 3D printing, I like to play outside with my little sister, and make fun things for us to play with. Aw, that's awesome. Good for you. I don't see who's gives these answers. By the way, I can only see the location. Carpentry, CNC. All right, I'm gonna do a couple more, and then I'll pull the winner. Let's go to the next page. Let's go to the last page, actually. Gaming, fixing electronics, fixing things. I like playing PC games. I haven't used 3D printing with gaming yet. You can, if you've built your PCs, there's lots of things you can do. I have a keyboard design. You can make your own keyboard, gaming keyboard. There's lots of ways you can incorporate 3D printing into gaming outside of the gaming itself. Like if you're building PCs or just your desktop, keyboards come to mind. I have a lot of keyboard related stuff that's 3D printed. In fact, I'm using, this isn't a gaming keyboard, but for here, I use this to control everything. And yeah, this is carbon fiber PLA printed on the Voron. It's amazing. I love building, model rocketry. Hey, cool. I haven't done any model rocketry since I was a kid. That'd be fun. I wax chinchillas to keep them aerodynamic. And yes, 3D printing helps. I have a few guesses as to who this was. Motorcycles, not yet. RC model planes, yes, nice. I could definitely use some help when it comes time to this. All right, with that said, let's go ahead and pick the winner. Let's go to winners. Draw a winner. One winner. Drawing. This person didn't answer the question. I'm redrawing. All right, got one. Announce winners in widget. Announce. And it is Derek S. Congratulations. And you said flying my drone, and no, don't really print anything for it. Well, maybe now you can. Now that you have yourselves a spool of PLA. Now, Derek, you have to be in the chat to win. So as per usual, I'm gonna give you around 4 to 5 minutes to claim your prize. And the way you claim it is I have to tell you what to do. So please tell me if you're in this chat to claim your prize. And what we'll do is I'll give this away and I'll kind of give my closing initial impressions about the machine. And we'll go from there. What time we got? 12:07. All right, so 12:10. We'll do 12:10. I'm here. There he is. Look at this little photo. Hey, buddy. Derek, congratulations. You won yourself a spool of PLA Plus. Here's what you need to do. Okay, listen up, Derek. 1, congratulations. 2, here's what you need to do. Okay, and you need to say in the chat that you understand the instructions, okay? You need to go to their website, 3D Max. You can get there any way you'd like, okay? And check out PLA Plus filaments there. And find one that's in stock, okay? Just regular PLA Plus. The carbon fiber stuff is off limits. So find a PLA Plus that's in stock on their website. And then you need to email me your full name, your address, and your choice of PLA Plus, okay? And you can get my email on my channel in the About section, or you can just type it in. It's Fedor, F-E-D-O-R, at 3dprintsos.com, okay? So Fedor, F-E-D-O-R, at 3dprintsos.com. So you need to, your name, your full name, your address, your shipping address, and your choice of filament, okay? And are you in the United States? Yes. So let me know in the chat that you understand that, and give me a thumbs up here so that I know that you are worthy of the free filament sent by 3D Max. Chad, come on, bro. Oh my god. Guys, I'm gonna have to ban people soon. In stock PLA Plus, email you, full name, shipping address. Boom. Congratulations, Derek. You've won yourself a lovely spool. So let me know, send that over, and I'll probably send that to them next week. Okay, so it's gonna take a few weeks. They ship it in bundles. I can't just ship one name and have them just send it. They usually like at least 2 names together. So whenever I do my next stream, actually I might do one later this week again. I don't know. It'll have to be last minute. If I do, but yeah, so shoot me that as soon as you can, okay? Yeah, absolutely, yeah. All right, so that was a fun little stream, easy, only one little benchy failure, no big deal. I'm not worthy because I didn't win. Okay, so here's my just thoughts about experiencing this machine, just like I've experienced many just like it. There's a lot of things to like because of its price point. And huge thank you to Kingroon for not only being here, but giving us that coupon, answering questions. That's fantastic. I wish more companies did that. If you guys want to hold the door up, you got to get yourself some of these little ducks. But yeah, I think for the price, this is definitely competitive. This reminds me of some other machines, except they seem outdated next to this. I do like the tinted doors. I think this thing will take modifications very easily. Probably one of my favorite things about it is the fact that we have a non-butchered up clipper interface. We have clipper screen, which is good. I know a lot of companies try to make their own, and they're not user experience experts. Not that whoever made this is, but this is familiar at least. I think this benchy is not bad. It has some issues, but none of them are cooling related, which would have been worse. This is an extrusion issue of some sort, and I will try to sort that out, and I'll probably make a short about it to see if we can fix this. Yeah, we'll figure that out. I don't know if something is like loose, which the hot end is solid, the bed is solid. Maybe it's the belts. I'll check it out. I'll try to figure it out. But yeah, that's, you know, it is what it is. And maybe I'll try the slower benchy as well, just to see if there is a difference. In fact, I'll do that right now. I'll start the standard benchy, which is 30 minutes. Yeah, let's start that. So that will just, you know, obviously I'll finish off stream, but we'll just start that to see if there's a comparison without doing anything. And then we'll go from there. Let me write on the bottom of this thing. This one was called what? What was this thing called? History. Violent. All right, violent over there. This one can just go in the trash. But yeah, setting it up was super easy. There's nothing, everything is there. Clipper screen, press some buttons in configuration, done. I like the magnets. I like this door. I mean, you know, what are we asking for this price? I wish the spool was on the side. I don't know. There's probably two. I'm not even saying all the benefits because the whole thing is a benefit. It's a nice budget machine. It's a really inexpensive way to get into CoreXY, to get into tinkering, and more importantly, to get into Clipper. So yeah, can't hate. So far, we'll see what the findings are. There's nothing visually that stands out in any way. I'll have to go over some of the hardware, see if something somewhere can be loose. It could also be, no, it wouldn't be that. Yeah, I mean, it's just like layer to layer inconsistencies, which is kind of interesting. Extrusion temp on this benchy also, yeah, so that is true. Yep, that is true. Let's make sure we got that right. I mean, it's gonna heat the bed first, then it will start. But yeah, it should be 220 on the hot end. Well, this is gonna print slower, so it'll be better. But yeah, it really should be 220. The spool is on the back, unfortunately, yes. I like the benchy with the octopus taking over it. Oh, yeah, up there. Oh, wait. Yeah, the arms up there. I used to have that octopus sitting on top of it. Yeah, there's a huge benchy up there. Do you think the upgrade path is good? I don't even know what I would do. What would you do to this? I don't know. I think because you're not limited with these build plates, I would get some fun build plates. The hot end seems fine. I think if you're like just itching for upgrades, I would find a way to make the view of the nozzle better, because the view of the nozzle is not good. But that's not a deal breaker. That's just like a thing you live with. The cantilever bed is pretty sturdy, but the thing that's confusing me is the springs under the bed. Why? Also, it is a double-sided PI bed. You know, the other things I would do is I would add an LED light, like definitely, like 100%. I'd put an LED light somewhere in there. Yeah, just to make it easier to see. Oh yeah, this is gonna be another good way to see. Oh, it is 200. I'll make it 220. Another good way to see if the bed leveling is where it's supposed to be, or the Z offset rather. Yeah, I mean I can't see it at all, and I am literally have my eyes in here. There is no way to see that. Yeah, I mean I'm not even gonna pretend. Like I just can't see it. I can't see if that's digging or printing or what. Nothing. Can I see it better from the back, maybe? No. You know, this thing is so compact. I think it's hard to even see. Like, it's hard to fathom how compact that is. This thing is really small. Like, think about Chitty-Tech's hot end. It's massive. Look at this little guy. It's tiny. I can't see the first layer. So, you know, little things that you can probably live with. Here, whoops, wrong direction. We want to go in this direction. Let's go 50 mils. Move it 50 mils. Yeah, I mean, even this benchy's printing plenty fast. So, what else? Do you guys have any questions before we end for the night? I'll put a base system in it. Does the whole box need to heat up Only if you're printing ABS. If you're printing ABS, you would definitely want this whole thing to heat up for a little while. We call it heat soak. I would close everything, let the bed get hot for a while, for like 10 minutes, which, I'll print that. Yeah, and also, guys, let me know if there's any specifics that you would like me to print as I have the machine, as I test the machine. I mean, it's printing great. Like, that first bottom, is it good here too? Yeah, it's definitely better on the bottom, and then it gets worse. Also, it could be a slicing thing. It could be just something funky in the file. It could be. I'm not saying it is, but it could be. Let's see. Hey, good night, Eduardo. Thank you. Good night, Derek. And congrats again. Jeff, thank you, sir. Appreciate you as always. Really appreciate it. 520. Oh, my God. Thank you for being here, Maker. Appreciate it. Hey, as you guys go, don't forget to hit that little like button. It helps a lot. All right, everybody, keep those ideas coming. If you guys aren't in the Discord, jump into the Discord. I'll probably be posting about it there. If you guys have any questions for me, let me know down there. But yeah, I think I'm gonna cut it as like a last thing. Kingroon, thank you so much for our discount code, and thank you so much for just doing that in general. Really appreciate it. I hope you guys didn't mind all the things I said in the stream, and just because I'm always trying to be honest, and when I give feedback, it's not just to knock you down, it's to try to help in some way, shape, or form. And I appreciate you guys being here. I know these are really long streams. This benchy is looking better, by the way. Thank you. Great live show. Appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoyed it. All right, everybody. I'm going to cut it here. Here's the overall look of the machine. I dig it. I like the door. I like this cutout. Oh my God, that's so much quieter. Obviously, you can't print PLA like that, but man, that is so much quieter. Also, you can add an auxiliary fan. You could easily add an auxiliary fan. There is lots of space. This is metal, so attaching one will be very, very easy. You can add fans into there. You can add the Nevermore into here very easily. So yeah, definitely an upgrade path if you don't want to build one, if you want to start off one. I'm actually pretty impressed. That's a really good price for a machine like this. All right, everybody, I'll be working on a video. Let me know if you guys want to see something specific. I'll be more than happy to do it. All right. I'm calling it. Coconut, you're welcome. I didn't see you earlier, but hello. All right, everybody. See you later. I hope you guys have a great night. Later.